I am a genius of baking and applied physics, and big shout out to Gordon Ramsay, who I want to thank for my knowledge of how to cool down a cake faster. Bro, I got the chicken first try. Indeed, Psycho, welcome in. Congrats on getting the chick.
I think we might as well call it a day now. The chicken has been hatched. Like, what else is there?
Whatever's
There's
gonna
nothing
happen
left.
next, it's not gonna be greater than this. So, yeah, that's it. I like how I have to look down to see where the desk is when I do this, so that I hit it appropriately.
Congrats on the hedge, Psycho. Take good care of him.
Indeed. And unfortunately, you can't see it on this thing, but you can see it if you're live on Twitch, because I've been not unlazy enough to add it to this yet. Tifa has a 160 stream streak. And her message was, it's like I'm almost always here. Yes, Tifa, why aren't you always here, though?
I don't feel like you needed to repeat that.
You wrote it.
So?
I left a message in a public place of the internet, but I didn't want people to see it. I don't care. If you say it in public, I'm gonna repeat it in public. Now, why are you not always here?
I feel called out now.
Yeah. 160 streak.
No, Psycho's above 160 streak.
Oh yeah, true. Greater than. I appreciate it. I really do. I do. More than I can put into words. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. And I only say this for me because I'm the only one who's in every single stream. With you, potentially, but still.
Regardless. Love.
The person with the highest streak is me. There's never been a single my favorite letter is extreme without me.
That is very true.
Feels good.
But that's only because I don't want to abandon you on stream, but you have no issue with abandoning me.
I abandon you on stream because you abandon me in life. And then you do things without me. The regularity helps a lot, honestly. Thank you. Appreciate it. And that's why we have a schedule, and when we say we have a schedule, we damn well stick to the schedule if we can help it.
Yeah, but there's a difference in sticking to a schedule and sticking to what you announced you might play. That can change, you know, that's okay. It's okay to change that.
Yeah, but people look forward to it. Imagine if TV channels went, oh yeah, next Friday we're gonna show you hot new movie that you wanted to see, and then they don't. Imagine if Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, whatever, goes, we're gonna release hot new show that you want to see next Friday, and then they just don't.
But it's
It
okay.
sucks, doesn't it?
But it's okay. It can happen.
That's why we stick to a schedule, people. I need it for myself too. And I'm doing it for myself, and if it is good for anybody else, and I'm very happy, and thank you. We have fake leather on our chairs. And it is the type of humidity and heat in the room where if we sit in a certain way and one of us, or if we both make our chairs touch, you have heard the sound before. If you ever sat in just your underwear or anything of that sort on a leather or fake leather couch, it's the slightly moist skin on leather / fake leather sound. And it irks the fuck out of me, so I had to move Tifa. Now, I wanted to say...
We need to get new chairs anyway.
That's true. You can't see that, but they're breaking.
Slowly breaking apart.
Yeah, I sit on them a lot. I wanted to say, Tifa, what Gordon Ramsay show am I talking about? One where a group of people have to cook off against each other.
Hell's Kitchen.
Is it Hell's Kitchen? Is it Hell's Kitchen? No, it's not Hell's Kitchen. It's MasterChef.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure there is MasterChef without Gordon Ramsay as well, but that's one I've seen the most. And if I recall correctly, in Gordon Ramsay MasterChef, Gordon Ramsay in Minecraft
is in the American MasterChef.
Okay.
The one you usually see when we're in the Netherlands is the Australian
I
one.
don't care. We're normally not in the Netherlands, so Gordon Ramsay in this thing is what I'm talking about. Anyway.
So
there,
Gordon Ramsay.
And in this other show, it was on Netflix, Nailed It, with, what's her name, Simone Biles, I think? Where contestants have to make cakes.
Yeah.
They have a thing called a blast chiller. And it sounds pretty rad. But basically, what I understand it is, it's like a fridge/freezer with ventilation in it. So that when you put your hot cake into this thing, it cools down much faster because there's air circulation with the cold air. Now, yesterday, Tifa and I, as we said on stream before, made that Matilda chocolate cake.
Basically, yeah.
It's basically a chocolate cake with a chocolate buttercream. I don't know why it's called Matilda cake, but that's what it's called.
Because in Matilda there's the chocolate cake that is basically pure chocolate goodness.
I've never actually seen Matilda.
We really need to watch Matilda. It's good.
Tifa, you have seen it multiple times with me in the room. I don't care for the movie. I always wander off and do something else. I find the movie very boring.
We can watch the original one.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, the last one I watched was the remake.
I didn't know that was a thing. Anyway, so we made that chocolate cake. Tifa threw the thing in the oven. It came out beautifully. We put a
bit too thin, if you ask me, but
just like us.
The shape I got was too big.
We put some aluminium foil over it so that the moisture wouldn't go away while it cools down, but that would mean it's gonna take forever to cool down naturally. And then I realized we bought 2 fans this spring/summer. So I went to the kitchen, I put a little contraption there so that the cake on the grill was like slightly elevated, and then I get our standing ventilator fan thing to go on that at like half of maximum power and just move it around up and down, left and right. And within minutes, the cake was cool enough to put the frosting on there. And otherwise it would have taken hours. Thank you, cooking shows. Thank you. I made my own blast chiller by just fanning my cake a lot with a machine.
Yeah.
Genius. Genius.
It worked beautifully indeed.
I was super proud of myself.
So
and
now
the cake
we have
turned out nice as well.
lots of chocolate cake.
Yeah, we ate a big chunk yesterday and it didn't make me feel sick, but it was just on the edge where my body was like, dude, that's enough.
No regrets yesterday, but slightly regret today, where we had half of the slice of yesterday.
A regular sized slice of cake.
But also dinner right after.
Yeah,
the dinner was a mistake.
We kind of messed up with our timings because for my stomach mostly I have to eat at a certain time before the stream, otherwise you hear even more stomach sounds because I swallow air and then nobody wants that. So we had cake and then almost in like an hour later we had dinner. Not a great idea.
No, should have skipped dinner.
But we still have dinner. We have dinner every day, thankfully. But we still have cake for like 3 days.
I shall take
chocolate cake
to work.
You could do that. It's not a bad idea.
I shall.
Hot take: chocolate cake like a Matilda cake, better if it stayed in the fridge overnight when it's fully cooled down, like fully chilled through. Yesterday it was good. Today it was pretty good.
Yeah, today was indeed a bit better with the ganache having turned harder. But I think it would have been nicer with like an actual buttercream that stays.
You did make a buttercream, Tifa.
This is more like a ganache, not
Tifa,
a buttercream.
I'm
talking about like your grandmother's buttercream.
The frosting is half a thing of butter and way too much chocolate. It's basically 50% fat.
Yeah, but it is not a buttercream.
It's effectively...
It's a ganache. Aren't you going on like, oh, I'm a baker? It's different things.
No, I'm not a baker, I'm a scientist.
Excuse me, sorry, scientist.
There's a
They're
difference.
different things.
I do science and sometimes food comes out of it.
Next time we're making it differently is what I'm saying.
How about we just make a completely different cake next time because now we've made one like this. We don't need to make only chocolate cakes.
Turns different. actually the first time we really made a chocolate cake.
Pretty much, yeah. I think.
I do like chocolate, but I feel like chocolate cake often turns out very dry.
It can. If you don't have a jack who puts aluminium foil over it as it cools down so that the moisture stays inside.
That didn't make the difference in this case.
Try it, people. Try putting a lid on your cakes when they cool down. Tifa said, oh no, but the cake is still hot, it's gonna dry out. And I had to explain to her,
it's about
Tifa,
leaving it in the shape.
if you trap the moisture with the cake, where is the moisture gonna go? Regardless of how hot the sides are.
You can be so tiring
It
sometimes.
took a good 5 minutes of arguments for Tifa to eventually give up and walk away while I scienced all over her face.
It's about leaving it in a hot shape, not about the foil on top, which was my own idea.
I came up with it.
No, you didn't.
I think I did.
No, you didn't.
I think I did.
You absolutely did not,
Yeah.
Mr. Scientist.
I think I did. I would say I would be second to last place in one of those baking competition shows. I said second to last,
Yeah.
not last.
Yeah, I know.
Because I understand that baking is science. You know, you measure everything and then you just follow the damn instructions. And then it should turn out a certain way. Just don't freestyle it necessarily unless you know what you're doing.
So long story short, we have cake.
Basically, yeah.
It's tasty.
I like my version much better. Yours is so anticlimactic. Just saying. So about the chairs earlier, I had to put a towel on my chair because the material comes off. Same.
It's the same here. We have the cover on the seats is coming up, so we have these little black patches everywhere spread around this room every
Of
single
faux
time.
leather.
Basically.
Because I mean, it's plastic. It's fake leather. Because of my diet, I'm not gonna buy leather chairs. Yeah, I sit on a bunch of tape. The most egregious spots I just put duct tape over. And I mean, I can sit on it, it holds. You don't see it.
But
See,
it's time to slowly
from your
replace it.
perspective, it looks basically like new.
Yeah, the backs are fine, it's just the seats.
Yeah, because our asses aren't weapons of chair destruction.
Basically. We gotta get like standard office chairs.
These were standard office chairs.
Yeah, the ones that you actually sit on in an office.
See, Psycho, I was gonna say weapons of ass destruction, but then I realized weapons of ass destruction is too good of a name for a porn movie.
Only you.
I think the focus of a movie is immediately obvious.
Okay.
Tifa, a pornographic movie called Weapons of Ass Destruction. What the fuck do you think it's about? Proctology. Done wrong.
I don't know, if that was the main title and that's all I saw, I wouldn't think that.
You wouldn't think what?
That it's a porn movie. Could be anything.
This explains so much, Tifa. I need to recover from that. That was wild, huh? You know what I also need to... It's about a crazy donkey murderer.
Yeah, exactly. That could absolutely be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Sold.
just saying, it wouldn't be shocking.
Sold.
Could be anything.
I can picture the intro. It's this film noir kind of thing. The phone rings in this smoky detective's office. You see some cigarette smoke slowly going up on the screen. There's some light but somewhat intensive jazz playing. The phone gets picked up. You don't see the characters yet, you just see the actions. It's like a shot from the side against the light or something. Somebody picks up the phone and then you hear the voiceover. Are you the detective? Yes. What is it? We need you to come out of retirement for this case, sir. What's it about? the Ass Destroyer.
Somehow this seems like a scene from Cock Detective that we played. I think that also
Chicken
started...
Police. What was it?
Not Cock Detective?
Cock Detective is a different game we play sometimes, Diva. Not on stream.
Chicken Police then?
I think it was Chicken Police.
The Chicken Detective that also started in like black and white.
That was not a great game because the writing was ass, but yeah.
Yeah, it was.
But basically,
I'm quite sure it started like that.
After that intro scene, you can get two different movies. If you buy the Tifa version, it's a movie about apprehending a criminal committing serious animal cruelty, because the Ass Destroyer is a guy who kills donkeys. And if you bought the Jack version of a movie, it's hardcore pornography. And then after that intro, there is no more plot because it's all just the thing you bought it for. Our minds.
You seem like you see it fully played out.
Funnily enough, I do see the entire movie play out, but I see your version of a movie. Sounds like a great one prompt for AI. Yeah, pretty much. Somebody needs to make that movie, and I'll leave it up to you which one. You know what I don't leave up to you and what isn't a great prompt for AI? That was a good segue. Tifa! What has happened the last time we played Higurashi When They Cried Chapter 8 Matsuribayashi?
I think you might want to do this recap yourself. But the last time we played Higurashi, we had a scene of Akasaka working on a case.
So, the last time we played Higurashi When They Cried Chapter 8 Matsuribayashi, we had our first day in school for this chapter. Because it wasn't actually the first day in school, because everybody else was already here. But it was somebody's first day in school, because as we learned during the intro that we did in the second to last stream, the one before this one, to gamble is to believe in something. To believe in something is something else, and something else is to exist.
Can I do the TLDR
Shut the
version?
fuck up. And since Hanyu now believes, Hanyu is taking a gamble on this fate, this world. So Hanyu is now a real, visible, physical, human-ish being.
You don't know if that's her actual
So
reason.
we get introduced to Hanyu Furude, Rika Furude's long-lost relative, who is joining Keiichi and class at the Hinamizawa branch school.
Hanyu is now an actual student. She also joined the after-school club.
By winning a game of Old Maid, the one with the cards that had all the like scratch marks and stuff. How would Hanyu be able to win in the end? Could it be because she's seen this match so many times that she knows all about it?
She didn't. Mian told her which cards to pick so that she didn't get last.
No,
Yes.
what I said has happened.
She literally said which card she had to pull so that she would win, because they were trying to let Keiichi lose.
I don't recall it like this. It's fine. After we got done with celebrating Hanyu's appearance...
That was an actual cough.
Okay. Hanyu's
still.
appearance and becoming a fully featured club member, we switch stories to Akasaka, who is for some reason joining a banquet of what appears to be Tokyo, but he sticks to the sides and he's telling people to go vote. Anyway, we then learn that he was apparently there because his police crew people were doing an investigation of them because they followed the money. And
I think this part is not important. So basically he's investigating some political blackmailing thing within the group. Then there's a pile of documents that he saw there. He moves it over, and one of the papers
there is no pile of documents there.
Yes, and one of the papers that fell off of the table.
That's not what happens
had
at all. No,
something
Tifa.
about kinda and
And I'm flipping her off under the frame because Akasaka is there, and once they're done with all of this whole shebang, they go back home to their police headquarters and then they go through the documents and the paperwork. When the police chief comes and tells them, hey, yeah, we're not doing this anymore. We're handing this case over to a different department because we've been pressured to do so. Everybody is sad and disappointed, but also looks forward to some free time off. As Akasaka gets ready to leave, he puts a stack of papers away. Not at the banquet.
Everything that happened before that is not important. That was just a very long way around.
Akasaka does his paperwork in the middle of a Tokyo party. Anyway, he puts the stack of papers away when suddenly a little paper falls out of it and he sees the name of the Irie clinic there, because somehow this has to do with Hinamizawa. And then he has a lot of flashbacks about the Irie clinic, having been treated there, his own history with Hinamizawa, and Rika Furude. Rika Furude, she saved my wife in this timeline. Because I called her and then she didn't do the thing that would end up killing her and lost her life and my daughter would be raised by a single parent. I should check how they're doing, so I'm gonna call Ooishi. And the episode ends with Akasaka calling Ooishi, who is very happy to hear from his friend Akasaka. So all the players are now on the field. Hanyu has entered the battle. Akasaka is entering the playing field. Welcome in, Dark Lord. If I keep talking, Tifa cannot stop more nonsense. Small correction though, because he doesn't call to check how he's doing. He remembers that Rika Furude predicted all of the murders that happened during everything, and that this was the year that she also predicted her own death. So if she was right about the previous years, that means someone must know what has been happening. And then he's like, I should call Ooishi to check if he didn't retire yet, and that is why he calls to check if Rika Furude's story did actually come true, so that he can make up his mind to save her this year. You know what's aggravating as fuck? If you want to do the long version, at least come with that part. When Tifa does the recap and she completely gets the details wrong, like Akasaka doing paperwork at a banquet. Really? But then at the banquet. I give you the 90% data version of a recap, and I mix up one detail to shorten the version, and then Tifa thinks that's wrong, and then she actually gives you a good quality recap. Meaning, again, she is capable of this. She refuses to give you good recaps. But you do the unimportant parts in a recap. Then that's the thing. Welcome, you gotta focus on the most important things. If I didn't say it already, it's all that money that Tokyo's embezzling. Exactly. He even mentions the Alphabet Project and all that. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Really, Psycho? Really? Like this? So yeah, we saved just before the phone call between Akasaka and Ooishi, and that's where we saved after. It's the end of the episode. We don't know what's gonna happen next because it's episode 6 now. Oh true, they skipped the phone call. No, we didn't skip the phone call. By ending the chapter, they skipped the phone call. The VOD watchers skip anyways. Well, no they shouldn't, because the recaps are awesome. Now I feel like I have beard hair stuck in my beard hair. Like one beard got like turned around and it's feeling weird. Also, one last complaint before we can start. I have a super tiny zit that is developing. What? Right on my right shoulder blade. Right on the edge. It doesn't hurt or anything, but it has this like really annoying twang to it. And basically every time I do anything with my right arm that involves my shoulder, it just like, it's like, I can pop it. I will pop you. That's okay, but let me do that. It's okay. You have a girlfriend with perfectly fine fingernails. Yeah, exactly. That's why the first words were important. The zit is developing. All you can see from the outside is a little red spot. Just gotta push hard enough. Which brings us back to the beginning of the stream and us talking about the Ass Destroyer. Oh, look, Tifa, Higurashi is waiting for us. Also, so far we have gotten no tips, which I just realized is a weird thing to say in the grand scheme of things.
I don't think we're gonna get any tips anymore. Tips are no longer important.
Higurashi is against tipping culture?
As they should.
That's true. That's got
Rika.
to be Rika.
Hanyu has already grown used to being around us. Is it? Oh.
Okay, it's not Rika. I used to be so good at predicting this.
Maybe it's the fourth dimensional.
Nah, this is...
Since Rika-chan and
This is
Satoko
Keiichi.
are her age. Okay.
What were you going with?
Just going with a more neutral one until we know who it is.
Since Rika-chan and Satoko are her age, she's become especially close with them. Of course, Reina and Mion are looking after her too. Reina told me something the day Hanyu joined the class. She said that Hanyu has been close to us for a long time and that she's been watching us play, that she always wanted to join us. Another thing Tifa didn't mention during the recap. Reina appears to remember Hanyu. That's not important. That somebody has just moved here and Reina already seems to know her very well. Please don't ever let Tifa help you with writing a script for a movie or anything. This is not important.
Have you ever seen Siri recaps? They're short and compact.
Siri recaps?
Yeah.
What's a Siri recap?
You know, with a series, they always do a recap before
A
the episode.
serious recap. Siri is that stupid AI thing from Apple.
No, Siri. Siri is Siri, not Siri.
That's not how English works, Tifa.
I think you gotta press A.
Tifa, you are saying Dutch words with an English pronunciation. It's the same in German, it's Serie, which in English is serious.
Yeah, Siri.
I think Psycho is using the Joker to make you shut up.
I think this one is for you, but...
But she always wanted to join us. I still can't remember seeing her before.
Serious.
I wish. But somehow I can't believe it. Hanyu has accepted all the things that surprised me at first, as if she knew about them all along. She knows everything about us, and it seems she's truly excited about finally being able to join in.
Hanyu's definitely part of our group now.
Always has been. She sure is. It almost feels like she's been one of us this whole time. That can't be true, though.
No, it is. She's been by our side all this time.
Huh? Are you saying that now too? Reina told me that a couple days ago. Is it just that I didn't notice?
It's because you're dense, Keiichi. Beep.
Fine, so what if I'm dense? Insert HR meme. I've been watching you play. Yup.
I'm actually kind of annoyed that Hanyu is part of the group now. Because it's all...
Yeah, that's really annoying.
Like everyone...
It's cute when Hanyu does it. I agree with you. I think it's also cute when Tifa does it. But I understand her frustration. I found a voice for her. Let me use it. Let me say the words and not just go, oh, oh, oh.
How
it's
are you
like
doing?
Morse code.
Can you actually speak? What did you eat yesterday? It doesn't stop.
To be fair, that's sometimes how you act too. Yeah. Busted. Hey Tifa, how's your day been? Aww. That's when I know not to ask further questions. But still, you do that sometimes too.
Why are you two sitting down? Are you tired? You never feel tired, Hanyu. Meanwhile, we're exhausted. It's because I've waited so long to be able to play with you all. This isn't nearly enough. I want to play more and more.
You're full of energy. By the way, those things on your head, don't they fall off when you play?
Rude.
You can't just ask people that, Keiichi. They noticed? I figured they would just go with its hair ornaments. I put them on my head. It's part of the Shrine Maiden outfit.
It's the anime hair.
Exactly. Hanyu has horns on her head. I thought that it was a hair accessory of sorts, so I didn't want her to lose it while playing. I was going to offer to hold it for her while she ran around. Okay, so they did think it was hair accessories.
I'll hold this for you.
Yes, please run around with me. But Hanyu's face clouded over and she apologetically held onto her horns.
Keiichi, and you can't take them off.
Eh? Ah, I see. Sorry about that.
I have a disease that makes bone grow out of my skull.
To be fair, something like that could be.
I think there is a disease like that. Maybe not necessarily out of your skull, but where bone grows externally.
Yeah, and usually that doesn't turn into, oh, they grew cute little horns. It's more like, yeah, that... I wish we could treat that.
Mostly I've seen people have that grown in their mouth.
I don't remember the details, but I've seen skulls that were grossly disfigured because of all the growths.
I forgot what it's called. Also, it does exist, not as long. I think it's more like little bulbs. I need to look it up.
There are things where a skeleton or bone just keeps growing in the weirdest places, but like I said, I've never seen a single case where it's like, oh, somebody grew cute horns. It's more like, I'm in pain, and if I could make this go away, I would.
Oh, it would be kind of cool.
To grow horns?
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't be. Do you know how annoying it would be to lay down?
Yeah, but that's why it needs to be like a good placement.
Yeah, but you don't choose that. Look at Hanyu's horns. They're on the side of her head. They hang down like croissants.
Yeah, if you're a side sleeper like I am, that's
you can't be then.
But like a cool ram horn.
Then you need an extra long bed because your
gotta get
antlers
like a pillow
go
with
really
a hole
far
in it, so that you can put that exactly in there. I'm just.
And then one day Tifa had a bad accident when she tripped with her antlers, and that's when she earned the nickname the Ass Destroyer. That's the third version of that movie.
Is it strange to have horns?
Yes, it is.
No, not at all. I think it's cute.
Okay.
Yeah. Kei-chan even has a horn between his legs, don't you? Though it's hard and curves backward. But
how does she know that?
So that's the fourth version of the Ass Destroyer. Or was that the original one?
That was the second version. That was one I mentioned. Yeah.
What kind of horn is between his legs? What kind? Renaissance Punch is still one thing I can't follow. Are you quite alright, Mian-san? There's a depression in your face.
How would Mion know the details?
She's like 18, I think you're expected to know biology to some degree.
It was about the details that I was curious about how she knows those.
Which details?
The last part of that statement before the bruh.
Well, it kinda does.
Not necessarily.
No, but like a standard shape or standard form.
I don't think so. I don't want to launch a whole argument where we talk about curvatures and all of this, but...
I mean, I can draw it. But...
What do you mean you can draw it? What does that have to do with anything?
And now she gets to the conclusion that it kind of bends backwards. Hey, you're the one that got stuck on that, not me.
Everyone laughed except Hanyu, who didn't seem to get it. Who didn't seem to get it? Of course not, she's a ghost.
Not a main character in Ass Destroyer.
Thankfully. I shouldn't have said anything. But she doesn't like to talk about her horns. But if I try to apologize, I think things will get even more complicated. As I thought about what to say, Reina took the girls over to the shrine gate.
Don't worry about it, Keiichi. Hanyu tries not to let it bother her, but she hasn't had enough training. Beep.
Training?
In how to act around humans, I think.
So she doesn't like to talk about them, huh? Sorry, I'll be more careful.
Hanyu comes to Hinamizawa.
No.
Oh, Hanyu came to Hinamizawa a very long time ago.
She did? No wonder she knows so much about the village.
I don't know where she lived before she came here.
Does Hanyu know? We could ask Hanyu.
I asked her once, but all she said was it was a place I wouldn't understand. Hanyu said that she, or rather Hanyu's people, couldn't live there anymore. So she came out of the swamps as one of the demons?
Are we gonna go with some Japanese folklore where the yokai come from?
That seems to be something,
Okay.
yeah. Like she's part of the legend when demons came to Hinamizawa.
Possibly. Also, why again with the background music that has the ee sound?
They looked for a new place to live for a long time. They traveled a very long way before arriving in Hinamizawa. There was a beautiful swamp in the area, and that was exactly what Hanyu's people were looking for.
So she's an ogre?
But there was a village nearby where people lived. To show respect to the original inhabitants of an area was law among wandering people like Hanyu's. Her clan decided to live peacefully and coexist with the villagers.
So she...
However, their attempts to coexist didn't go so well. The villagers were too childish and immature to accept these newcomers. They strongly rejected them, and caused a terrible tragic disaster.
So Hanyu is a demon in the folklore.
Yes, this is the legend of how it all started.
Okay, but if that's the case, then I don't believe Hanyu is Oyashiro-sama.
That doesn't seem to be the case right now, though. Hanyu said she took their form and descended upon this land in order to subdue the disaster.
Okay, maybe she is after all.
However, she just couldn't hide her horns. The forbidden ancient documents say that Hanyu descended into the Furude shrine, appearing as she does today. It also states the following. Hanyu's people can't live anywhere other than this village. They can also only live by coexisting with the villagers. The Furude Shrine's priest once rejected them, claiming that coexistence was impossible if mixing with the wandering people's blood caused the villagers to become demons. But the young heir of the Furude Shrine fell in love with Hanyu, and when their child was born, the priest had to reconsider.
You do know that it's not hair, right?
Heir.
The young hair. They had a child together. Okay.
Which means that Rika is a descendant of Hanyu.
She's, yeah. The grand daughter.
Is that a reason why she can see her? Or could see her in the other versions?
I guess. Oh, wandering people who cannot hide your haunts, if you wish to settle in this land, if you wish to settle with our blood, then I shall consider granting your wish.
So it's kind of hypocritical, no? You're against them the entire time
Until they're fucked.
Until your daughter is now pregnant by one, and then it's like, oh well.
Yeah. You know, that's also traditionally how royal marriages kind of worked. It's like, we hate the other kingdoms for them to be not as ours is. And then they went like, yeah, how about we marry though? And then they went like, our combined kingdom is the greatest kingdom of all.
I guess.
Weird.
However, as the demon's blood mixed with the villagers, it became hard to tell who was human and who was demon. The villagers began to cause suspicion on one another, haunted by that paranoia. Unless all of that was resolved, coexistence would be impossible.
Okay, we're going with the supernatural stuff again. Where exactly does this become a pathogen, a microbe that lives in your brain? That also somehow lives in your gut? Like what?
Probably like 10 lines further. and us to coexist, we must lay down several laws for us to follow. They will be very strict. I am very, very sorry for imposing these upon you who have lived in peace until now. However, as long as those rules are followed, the village will be free from demonic disaster.
Very well, the rules will be followed. But much blood has already been shed in the village. The anger, sins and corruption people bear cannot be cleansed. One law of the human world is that sins are atoned for with life.
I see. If you say it's your way to let someone take on all responsibility and bury the sins with him, then we'll do that. However, wouldn't people end up pushing responsibility on each other because nobody wants to die?
Exactly. That's the ugly demon in the world of man. No one will accept their own sins, but only foist them onto each other. Since they can only clear the balance with their lives, everyone refuses to pay and the sins just keep adding up. Without cleansing them, they stagnate and people cast them upon each other forever, doubting each other and passing them around.
I see. If that's the unopposable law of this world, and you yourself are troubled by this law, then in exchange for coexisting with us, I shall grant you a world where people do not blame their sins on each other. What kind of world is it?
So long as mankind exists, they will commit sins and give rise to corruption. How could that all be erased without foisting it onto someone else?
We shall blame this mattress and cut it into pieces every year.
Yes, this mattress is the one that cheated on your husband. This mattress is the one that pissed away all the taxes you paid.
Let me bear all the sins and corruption born from men, and purify my soul. Let all sins rest not with men. If they are born upon myself, then men will not need to force them on each other.
Is she doing a Jesus? Where she goes, I will die for your sins.
Well, she's just saying she will carry the sins or take responsibility for them. Not sure how that makes it better, I think. But...
What are you saying? Are you really going to make yourself into a sacrifice?
Someone has to take on the sins, otherwise they won't be cleansed. That's the law of your world, isn't it? A different ancient document also states the following. Of course, it's a forbidden one too. Only the head of the Furude family is allowed to read it, nobody else. Not even the other heads of the three families. It tells that unrest grew in people's minds, that the villagers' evil hearts collected into the swamp and gave rise to the demons. The Furude Shrine's priest explained that the root of all evil is the demon god of the swamp, and led the young villagers there. By the swamp, they found the demon mocking the unrest in people's hearts. The young villagers fought bravely, captured the demon, and dragged it to the Furude Shrine. The priest cleansed the demon god, opened her abdomen and dragged out her organs. He chopped them up and washed them down the stream, then threw the body in the swamp. Was that Hanyu?
Is that how the specimen started? That's gotta be it, right? Somebody had syndrome, they found them, she did the I will cleanse you, and then whoop.
Oh no, the priest killed one of the demons.
If you could join this moment of a conversation, we can talk about the
You
same
suddenly
thing.
jumped into that. You were like, oh, so she killed someone and did all the...
Yeah.
But that's not the case.
She, the priest.
Yeah.
Somebody chopped up the demon, made them into mincemeat, and then flushed it down the stream. So there was one person who had become crazy. They cut them up and put them into the water. That sounds to me like a great way to spread the pathogen. First there was one, and now it's everywhere because we put it into the water. Is what I'm trying to say.
I'm not sure if this sounds like going crazy yet.
No, the demon. The demon. What? Are you trying to rage bait me right now.
No, your explanation is just all over the place.
The people of Hinamizawa found one person who had turned demon. Yes? This demon was made to be chopped up and flushed down the river. Yes?
Basically.
I'm saying by doing so they spread the pathogen.
Do you think that demon was a carrier?
The original one, yes. Patient 0.
Then people regained their sanity. Those who had been suspicious of each other became friendly, and they all shared in the joy of peace again. If these forbidden ancient documents are real, then the object of the villagers' worship, oyashiro-sama, was captured by the villagers, forced to bear all their sins, and torn to death.
Wait.
Can we not wait too long? The beeping is getting...
Yeah, as if I'm doing this to enjoy the background music any longer, Tifa. So, that's how these two stories connect? There was one of the people who came here who was like, okay, let's try to make this work. Cool. I'll be the bad guy so you can all wash away your sins or whatever if you have to do this. So they went like, but now she is the sinner, and then they killed her. What? Why? During the Black Plague, some people flagellated themselves to atone for their sins, which they blamed for the plague. Of course, that caused their blood to spread out, spreading the plague further.
That sounds about right.
That's the same idea that I was having, yeah.
Especially if we now threw a dead body in a drinking stream.
Yeah.
Plus, it's clearly written that the demons appeared after unrest grew in people's hearts. In other words, the demons were forced to bear the sin of discord that rested with men long before they arrived. Oyashiro-sama was a god who took on people's sins to mend conflicts between them. People eventually came to honor her, and it's said that that became the foundation of faith in Oyashiro-sama.
I don't get it.
I don't understand exactly what that means.
Same.
But I know one thing. When none of us humans would draw the losing straw, she offered to draw it in our stead. So she's the one that got chopped up first? To prove it, we cleanse our filth by letting cotton absorb it and drift it down the stream during the Watanagashi festival. There's no shame or shifting of responsibility involved. Until that system was created, we were simply demons who pushed our filth and our responsibility onto each other.
I'm so confused. So, the people of Hanyu came to Onigafuchi village. Then, Hanyu had a child with one of the people here?
Yeah, they lived in strife until Hanyu and the daughter or the son of the Furude shrine had a kid.
When the priest and Hanyu had a conversation, Hanyu said, I will take all the sins on me so that you have somebody to blame because I want to create a world where you don't have to do this. And then later on, they found a crazed demon, brought them to the Furude shrine, where the priest chopped them up and washed them down the stream.
Well, it says demon god. Could that already be Hanyu? Because they also say opened her abdomen and dragged out her organs. So I'm guessing Hanyu was the first sacrifice. I think it's just a presse moment.
But what happened to Hanyu's child?
Who knows? We could only cleanse our own sins by blaming someone else and sacrificing him by cutting open his abdomen. And Hanyu took on that job. A purification ceremony without a human life. A system that forgives people for their sins. That is the origin of the cult of Oyashiro-sama, which blames not people for their sins, but the curse. Those documents were sealed away.
How did it suddenly become a curse?
I do not know.
And once we figured that out, where does the pathogen come into all of this?
I'm reading the same thing you are.
I don't get it.
Press A.
I had. You didn't read that one yet.
I have.
Please do it again.
Those documents were sealed away. If they weren't, people would find out that the object of their own fate was falsely blamed and killed by their own ancestors. Hanyu apologizes. She takes in people's sins and keeps apologizing. When people can't deal with their own sins anymore, she accepts them. Well, that's very handy, isn't it? When Hanyu takes over, people are cleansed and they are allowed to keep living.
And to celebrate this, Mame has resubscribed. Thank you very much.
Love, appreciate it. How you doing, Mami?
Thank you very much.
This is just so confusing at this point.
How you doing, Mame? Hopefully better than my brain is right now, because I don't get it. I don't understand. There's always been magic. Hanyu is very magic. Okay.
I can accept that, but I feel like it still doesn't fit. Like, I still don't understand Hanyu's role in the past. How the sacrificing ritual really came to be.
How would they allow Hanyu to do this when she has... Okay. Hanyu has given a child, has given birth to a hybrid child between the local people and her people. Normally in other stories that would automatically make her something, you know, more integrated to the story, but fine, she takes over the role of I will absolve you of your sins. Cool. So then what? Did she just pack up her shit and left the baby and then she went into the swamp and then she became crazy? And why did she go nuts then?
Yeah, but first it seems like she is the sacrifice, but then later it says that she decided to take the role on further.
Yes.
And take away people's sins, so she didn't get sacrificed.
No, she did. But one is Hanyu, the living being back then, who was killed to sacrifice for everybody's sins. And Hanyu, who is now apologizing to everybody, is the yokai we know.
But back in the days, they still killed someone every year and half ate them.
No, they didn't. That was made up bullshit.
Okay.
That only happened once, apparently.
To Hanyu.
Or we don't know, really. Greetings, Jack and Texter. I never actually played those games.
But that's a game?
Jack and Texter, yeah. That is Jack and Dexter, right? PlayStation 2 and PSP. I think there was also one on the PlayStation 3. Yeah, they were like action-adventure, jump-and-run-ish games. I think one was a racing game, because that's just what you had to do back then.
Doesn't ring a bell.
And if I recall correctly, they get more and more edgy. Like, they start in the late 90s, early 2000s, and then it's like... hey, you're the guy and you have this cute sidekick, and then you go save your people. And then as the story progresses throughout the games, Jack, who I believe is the main character, gets like, I mean, they age them up and he gets more frustrated and angry. Which is, I mean, it makes sense, but at the same time, not something you usually expect. Wait, Hanyu is like Jibanyan?
That also doesn't ring a bell.
Who? Potentially the answer is yes or no, depending on what a Jibanyan is.
Can you turn down the background music, please, in the menu?
I can do this first. Actually, I will do it for all of you as well, because this music is hideous. There.
It's vibrating in between my skull at this point.
A yokai watch character, haven't seen it. So, potentially, still yes or no, I don't know. Alright, Tifa, go.
When Hanyu takes over, people are cleansed, and they are allowed to keep living. Demons take on sins by becoming cotton to absorb them.
That's why they all witnessed Hanyu. That's why they started hearing the steps. Because Hanyu latches onto you like a leech trying to suck the evil out of you. It's not that you're being followed by an evil god trying to make you smitten. It's Hanyu going, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, please give me your evil. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And we go, oh my god, I'm being followed, oh my god, I'm being hunted. I hear the voices, I see it watching me, I feel paranoid.
No.
Yes.
I understand that's her role, but that doesn't make sense yet
Keep
with
going.
the characters where this has happened.
Keep going.
They're exterminated and washed down the stream, and then the village is forgiven. They are forgiven for their sins. If that's all true, then Hanyu, or rather Oyashiro-sama, is such a tragic existence. I've asked Hanyu about this before. Then she told me the following story.
Oh good, there's more. Maybe this one I'll understand.
4 people are stuck in a snowy mountain cabin. They play a game where each sit in one of the 4 corners. It's a fairly well-known story.
Nope, doesn't ring a bell.
It's in the middle of winter. They're all getting sleepy. If they fall asleep, they'll die. So one of them comes up with an idea. They're sitting in the 4 corners of the room, so someone just has to walk clockwise to the next corner and wake up the person sitting in that corner.
Okay.
The one who just walked will sit in that corner, and the one who just woke up will get up, walk to the next corner, and wake up the person sitting there.
Okay.
If they keep doing that, nobody will fall asleep.
Yes, they will once they are fully exhausted and or cooled down to the part where their body gives up.
You're such a party pooper. This is why nobody plays games with you.
This is why I don't get stuck in a cave in winter with sub-zero temperatures. Yeah. Hey Jack, let's do the survival trip. Let's just live in a cave with the bears in winter. No.
You will never climb the Mount Everest.
No, that is true. I will not. Yes, I will sit in a hotel watching the Mount Everest off in the distance.
I don't think anyone was hoping to do this. I think you have plenty of people hoping to do this. Mainly people who go cave exploring, crawl through little holes, climb the Mount Everest. You know, those type of people.
I don't think they hope to go freeze to death. I think it's more of a, oh my god, let's do this thing that makes us feel like we're alive.
By almost dying.
Yes, that's...
By very likely dying.
Unfortunately, that's a human thing. That is also the psychology behind thrill rides at theme parks. The idea of implied danger makes you excited. It's that little death. You don't actually die, but what if? And then you go, oh, I was so exhilarated. Even if you don't think about it, your body subconsciously does. Do you think nature intended for you to get catapulted at like 90 miles per hour down a loop-de-loop? Not really.
No, but you can still enjoy that because you know you're not gonna die there.
Exactly. But there is danger involved, there's all that acceleration. Look, Tifa, I cannot explain this very well because I'm also a member of the Fruity family. Go look it up. The fact that horror stories exist is telling. Yes,
yeah,
that's another factor of it. Thank you, Psycho. That's a beautiful example. The implied terror. There's something haunting you. There's something coming after you. You cannot protect yourself. Read your lines, please.
People who know this story won't need an explanation, but this doesn't work with 4 people.
Only with 5. Aww.
When the first person gets up, their corner becomes empty. Oh, that means one can't wake up someone. So after everyone takes turns, the 4th person goes to the next corner, which is an empty one. They sit down and fall asleep. So the game is over right there, and everyone freezes to death.
I'm sorry, this is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life.
They just gotta walk one more corner.
How about you make the rule, don't walk to the next corner, but walk to the next person? You cannot be this stupid.
You could do a triangle.
Just walk to the next person.
Yeah, so a triangle. In other words, to play this game, you need more than 4 people.
This is not a game. Why would you play this? What the fuck?
Yes, it is. It's don't die first. You need one more person in order to be saved. People usually tell this as a ghost story. They usually say that this was actually a group of 5 people, but one was already dead, and thanks to that ghost, they're able to continue living until the next morning. The logic.
This entire thing is bullshit, but we need to explain Hanyu's influence on this chapter. I take what is a thought experiment for 500. Okay, counterclaim. I take what is a thought experiment where the general idea is interesting, but the execution of the story setting up a thought experiment is so garishly stupid that it falls flat. At least for me. Because I'm sitting here in the corner. The person's in the next corner. Should I go wake him? No, the rules said I go to the corner, not to the person. No, fuck off. Fuck all the way off. If you die from freezing to death because you are supposed to go wake the person in the corner and you go, I'm in the corner, there's no person here. You fucking deserve it. I'm sorry for everybody that has been in this situation historically and in the future and has played this game and died because of this. I'm sorry. Your brain must have been frozen already. Oh my god. And that's why you can't ever talk about her horns. Yeah, remember when we were talking about her horns? Oh my god.
We're taking a side turn.
You're not supposed to take it this serious, but
we do that all the time.
I am on record. I have a hard time. This is not a dig on Higurashi. This is a dig on me. I have a hard time aligning myself when the mostly played serious visual novel game we're playing suddenly puts something in there that goes penis. I don't vibe shift that fast sometimes. Do you want to finish before November or not? Touché. Touché. You got me where it works. Yeah. And man, it's Hanyu's cool fucking backstory. Yeah, focus on the cool part. Okay.
Hanyu once told me she's like that 5th person, skipping my line that I did not do yet.
I thought you had read that one before, I'm sorry.
If she can make everything run smoothly by joining a circle of people, then it's very similar to how the telephone game in the mountain cabin manages to function without breaking. Hanyu can complete a circle that can't be realized by people alone. Thought it's a square. Then those people can live peacefully. She's an existence that completes a circle. Is she bothered by her horns because it reminds her of the time when she was called a demon and punished for the sins she took in? But she was a demon!
Apparently, what is she? Just answer the fucking question, Hanyu. What were you? It's not about who you are now. We accept you. We love you. You're a friend. It's all cool. But where did you get the horns? Did all of you have them? I'm just curious.
That they said, yeah.
There is no judgment. I just want to understand. I'm just curious.
They took the forms of humans, but they couldn't hide the horns.
Yeah, so what did you look like before you looked like this?
Is her subconscious still tormenting her with thoughts that those who have horns ought to be persecuted? She was born with those horns. She was hated and abused because of them.
Hanyu was actually 2 unicorns before this. They did a Transformers or Power Rangers thing where they became one being and then their horns went bloop. Really? I definitely shouldn't have said anything, huh?
And just because she has those horns, she had to take in everyone's sins. And cleanse them.
I'm sorry.
Them.
Yeah.
She did that. And then she was worshipped as a god. It's because the line came so slow.
No, Tifa, it
throws me off.
I will throw you off a cleanse. Gatai, what does that mean? Huh? A god?
I was talking to myself. Forget about it.
Huh?
That's rude. So first we're in a conversation, then you answer. It's like you sometimes when we talk, and then I answer something, and it's like, no, let me talk. It's like, oh, sorry to be part of this conversation.
Huh? Combined the Power Ranger sword. I get it. Fair, thank you.
Nobody knows who Hanyu really is. Is she really a divine existence that descended from a higher place? Or is she simply an unlucky girl who became a sacrifice just because she had a pair of horns? Nobody knows. But this girl's blood was blended with the Furude family's blood, and that blood has descended into me. Our legends state that if the Furude family has a girl for their firstborn child for 8 generations in a row, that 8th child will be a reincarnation of Oyashiro-sama. I don't know exactly what that means, but I'm the 8th generation.
Is it gonna be that it's her fate to take in everybody's sins and die? Well, fuck fate then, right?
Is that why I was the only person who could see Hanyu? 8th generation is a very long time. Maybe that's how long it took for all the sins Hanyu assumed to be cleared. 8 represents infinity.
But only if you lay it down on the side.
So what now changed and why can now everyone see it? It's a very lucky number. Often curses uttered will contain I'll curse you for 7 generations, but the 8th lies beyond that. In other words, 8 possesses such good fortune that it can forgive great curses and sins that span 7 generations. It's a number with power. It's the time Hanyu needed to cleanse all the sins she took in from the humans. Hanyu and her people simply wanted to coexist with us. But Hanyu had to become a sacrifice. Her stomach was cut open and its contents washed down the stream. Then she was thrown into the swamp. If you would do that right now, there would be so much chocolate cake and ramen.
In us is what Tifa is trying to say. Because we were talking about disemboweling Hanyu. You're not Hanyu, are you?
I said if you would do that to me now.
You didn't say that. You said if you were to do that now.
Well, there's it to me. And so, the Furude family has been waiting. They waited for a very long time for her to come back. They kept our traditions alive, waiting forever and ever for her return. According to legend, the name Furude was made by adding a horn to the character of a fortune teller.
The Japanese language, every language like this is so horrible to me.
The Furude family rose when Hanyu's bloodline was combined with that of human beings. Hanyu is the ancestor of the Furude family, as well as the mother of all of us. When I was little, Hanyu taught me a lot more things than my mother did. It's no wonder. I'm her descendant. The curse on the clan who works...
It's like how Mion has the on for demon in her name. Yes. Like, I say this because Japanese, like kanjing all of this, is way too complex for me. I say it because I'm shit at it.
The curse on the clan who exorcised and buried their very own mother was finally absolved after 8 generations, what seemed like eternity.
What? It's only been 8 generations? What? I thought it's been over 1,000 years.
8 generations is like
160, roughly, maybe between 160 and 200, let's say. That's not 1,000 years. What happened to the stories from chapter 1 and 2? It's been over...
I mean, sometimes a 5-minute conversation in this game also feels like 3 hours.
That's
I think
the other...
hadn't counted like that.
That's the other thing. It has to be 8 generations of girls in a row. Yes, but now she goes, it's been 8 generations. That's a different thing. 8 generations in a row of girls is very unlikely, so thousands of years for that coincidence to happen makes sense. 8 generations by itself is still a long time, but not that much.
They've been blessed since then.
The name of a culprit translates to murder if you take his name and add knife to his character. Genocide, Jill.
And then she met me, her descendant, the final generation of the Furude family.
Why do you say final generation?
Well, she keeps being murdered.
Okay.
Sometimes when I think about that, I feel like there must be some important meaning of this hapless fate thrust upon me.
So that's the curse of Oyashiro-sama then. The true curse of Oyashiro-sama. You die for somebody else's sins.
No.
Yes.
The curse was the first 7 generations.
What do you mean the curse was 7 generations?
She just said that that a curse is usually done for 7 generations, and after the 8th it's cleansed, which is probably why she can now see Hanyu. Because the sins have been cleansed.
That was the magic of the number 8, Tifa. That has nothing to do with this.
She literally said that it took 7 generations for Hanyu to clear all those sins, and that is why she can see her now in the 8th, because Hanyu has cleared all of those sins. Which means there is no more curse technically, or there shouldn't be, because she's cleared all of it. It's confusing.
I will write this down because Tifa don't make sense to me. The curse of Oyashiro-sama is to die for somebody else's sins. In case of Rika, it's the sins that led to Takano becoming like this. There.
I don't think so, but we'll take it. But what kind of meaning could the trial I face, the trial of breaking through the obstacles sealing my fate, have upon the curse that plagued Hanyu and the Furude family for over a millennium?
See, now we're talking about 1,000 years. Now the 8th generation of girls in a row makes sense again, but...
1,000 years is simply too long a period to communicate thoughts and intentions correctly.
Not if you write it down properly.
Hanyu has become the curse we call Oyashiro-sama. Though she originally was a means of salvation, she has become a chain that binds people. The rules about coexisting was misinterpreted as a law that binds villagers to this place, and it was continued until the Meiji era. And while the village wins once again blow towards the misunderstanding of isolation thanks to the dam conflict, how does that play into my meeting with Hanyu and this motley fate we're trapped in? I haven't lived long enough to be able to understand that.
Just give it another 1,500 cycles, maybe you'll get it.
The only thing I can say for sure is that the Furude family originated when Hanyu's bloodline mixed with that of humans, and the line's final descendant, me, finally met with his ancestor. The Furude bloodline bears a cursed history of placing all of men's sins onto its mother and killing her. Now the beginning and end of that line have met. Hanyu always wanted to join everyone, yet she couldn't hide her horns. Even so, she still wished to be an existence that completes the circle. So how old was Hanyu when she became a mother and gave birth?
Yeah, the Hanyu's people don't age like we do. Tifa...
Because she still seems to give off 9-year-old girl.
She has that syndrome where people look much younger than they actually are. So it's fine, right? It's not weird that we're lusting after the lowly character. She's actually a 3,000-year-old demon. It's fine with Hanyu that we talk about what underwear she's wearing, because she's not an 8-year-old girl.
Yeah, now it makes sense.
She actually has had children, at least one, and she is like thousands of years old. It's perfectly fine. And we don't even know how old she was before she turned into this person.
Yeah, Hanyu is actually not illegal.
Hanyu. Oh my god. Tifa, before we continue into the madness that is Higurashi, how about we take a short break?
Should we finish this conversation first?
No.
Then BRB?
BRB, thank you.
We are back.
Oh god, yes we are.
You ready?
No.
It's a child's job to bury their parents.
But mother, I've never heard that it's a child's job to kill and bury their parents.
Don't ask, child. I'm not human. My horns are proof that
No,
I'm a demon.
you're gonna swallow whatever you have left in your mouth and you're gonna drink a sip to flush it down and then you're gonna reread this line without food in your mouth. I can hear you eat.
No, I was not eating.
Then what are you swallowing?
Nothing.
Tifa was snacking during the break, which is perfectly fine. But I'm not human. Please, sacrifice me. No. We have standards in this house.
Also, what I don't get here, Hanyu is now saying, I'm a demon. I thought that the whole demon thing is an insult and she's not a demon, but she says she's a demon herself. So what's the problem with saying that she's a demon?
Also, the priest killing her appears to be her own child, not the guy she boinged.
Well, you don't know that yet.
She's literally telling the child to go kill her. It's not a child's job to kill and bury their parents. How about we just keep pressing A, we stop both getting angry about the plot because we don't understand it, and maybe in like a minute or 2 or 5, we get it.
I'm not human. My horns are proof that I'm demon. A demon's job is to take on the calamities of the human world. Bearing the calamities of this chaotic world and cleansing the unrest in mankind's heart is my role.
And Mother, why do you have to be the one? People's sins are people's sins. They aren't yours.
Listen, child. People live with their sins. They can't live without making someone else take the blame. Nobody wants to take the blame, so they shift that responsibility around. That is a demon, the true demon disrupting the world of men. By bearing it myself, men may be cleansed, and mankind can be freed from their destiny of doubt and conflict. Let all the sins, the filth, the karma, and the curse come to me. Then attack me, purify me, wash me down the stream, and throw me in the swamp. That's awfully specific. Attack me, purify me. Also, if this is a ritual, why do you need to attack me? Why can't we just go like, hey...
Remember what I said earlier?
No. The human will not do. So it is the fate of one of not human to accept that role.
That's not what she said.
That's a joke.
No, Tifa, there is no hard words. Most of them are 1 syllable or 3.
So it is the fate of one not human to accept that role. I only put an E in there.
Tifa, I let you do the previous lines the way you did.
If a human were made to bear it, then mankind would not be freed from the demon of doubt.
I don't understand. I don't understand, Mother.
You're not the only one.
Same. Mother, you have horns. Are you saying that you aren't human just because you have horns? That even if you are human, the horns make you non-human. Even if you have horns, you're human to me.
My child, you're the only one who's ever said that. Even if everyone else calls me... you'll still call me human.
I guess evil or vile.
What is passed down in the Farude's many forbidden scrolls? The one unknown to even the heads of the 3 families sealed in the altar in the shrine storage. Understanding that would probably require about as much time as I've spent repeating time. Yet, once you understand that, perhaps you'll better understand the smile Hanyu wears as she innocently plays with everyone.
I don't understand Hanyu's character at all anymore. Hanyu is some sort of being. She and her people come to Onigafuchi because they like the swamp, so I think they're ogres. But whatever. Hanyu decides to appear more human.
No, all of them.
All of them do, but Hanyu has horns.
All of them do.
Maybe all of them, at least with Hanyu we know.
No, it's said with all of them that they changed the form to humans, but they couldn't hide their horns.
Relationship with somebody. Together they create the Furude bloodline. She takes the metaphysical entity of sin, which is a moral concept, into her being, leaves the village, is branded a demon by the people of Onigafuchi village, who totally forgot that she had a child here, who also seemed to have no problem with her child.
Yeah, but she was a troublemaker in the swamp, preaching to the younger crowd.
Then they take her, drag her back to the shrine, which as far as we know is just a few meters away, but whatever. And then her child, who is now the new priest,
we don't know that,
has to kill her.
We do not know that.
That's literally what that conversation was just about, Tifa.
That could have just been that men need to kill her for this, not that the kid itself is the one that needs to do the action.
I'm so confused. And also there's a super secret hidden document that would take us hundreds of years to understand, and it is locked away inside the shrine itself. Or in the...
What you've been told is part of the...
In the altar of a shrine storage. Okay.
Yeah. What you've been told are parts of the Forbidden Scrolls.
Yeah, but not this one. Well, see, there's Hanyu's child. Yes, I got that part.
Say no more, because... Are you okay? No.
I heard Mion yell in surprise. Something must have happened. A horn came off. Oh shit, it was Rika's line, sorry. What is it? What's going on?
Hanyu-san tripped and tumbled down the hill over there. Hanyu-chan, are you okay? She rolled beautifully, but I hope she didn't sprain her ankle or something. Or her horn.
Bringing the background music back to normal volume because the tinnitus sound is gone, thankfully.
Let's go look. Hanyu had been playing on the slope and tumbled down it.
When Tifa now thinks of Hanyu, her stomach goes, demons!
There's a road just below the slope.
No, you're not telling me Hanyu got 2 days in the human world and then gets hit by a car while playing. Come the fuck on.
Mion and the others went down the stairs to get to her. Let's go. I hope she isn't injured. When I got there, I saw Tomitake-san and Takano-san. They were taking care of her.
How is Takano-san cool with this? Remember when she saw Hanyu and they had this battle of faiths? Like,
Well, she was also cool with that situation.
what happened? We just saw her roll down the hill.
Well, she rolled down the hill. She did tumble beautifully though. But I think she hit her head, so I'm sure she'll get a bump later. Make sure you put some ice on it, okay? Hanyu? Hanyu? Can you hear us? Look, how many fingers do you see?
Tell me, Hanyu, after hearing some of your backstory, how many fingers am I showing you?
She sounded disoriented, but didn't appear to be injured. What a relief for everyone.
I'm sorry, I don't get it. I know she's been around as some sort of entity for thousands of years, or at least over 1,000 years apparently. And I'm super happy that she isn't just a vengeful spirit after all that's been done to her, even though she was the one instructing her own child to do these horrible things to her and create a religion based on it, I guess.
She's a cult leader.
Why is she in the appearance of an 8-year-old playing with the other kids? That's super sweet, but if you think about it, it's also kinda weird, isn't it?
Different kind of predator. I bet she's just feeling dizzy from rolling. No, I'm glad. I'm glad you're not hurt.
You know, you just...
For someone who did not want to get stuck on lines, you get stuck every line.
Shut the fuck up. I cannot not do that. No.
You're the one who said it.
How? Why is she in this appearance? Why is she hanging out with little kids?
Of all the things to get stuck on, let's not get stuck on that on chapter 8.
Maybe it's because she's very low on power. Oh, she would look more adult if she had more energy.
I think we gotta stick to the little kids team here to make it fit. Otherwise it would look kind of weird if this adult woman is suddenly enrolling in school and making friends with 8-year-olds.
I understand the idea of spending time with Rika, because that's currently the last in line of the Furude family, right? That's her bloodline. I understand the severe interest in all the people surrounding Rika, because we kind of need them to break that horrible cycle of fate. I get that. But why is she acting like an 8-year-old?
I'm not gonna repeat myself. Press A.
Just think though. How lucky of you to have a nurse waiting for you down here. What perfect timing.
You're the one who said, just put some ice on it.
Just detach your horns when you have more space to roll. Hello, Jojo. How are you doing?
I was gonna go with pizza.
Reading's going fine. It's the story that throws me off.
I think so far, chapter 8 is in my bottom chapter so far.
I liked the fragments. In hindsight, yeah, I think I liked the fragments, all the little bits and pieces to give you some backstory of how this all came together. Yeah, no, I like that. I need more on Hanyu because this is so freaking weird.
I just want the finale at this point. Oh wait, Takano. Well, when I'm not working, I'm a wild bird photographer. Right, Jiro-san?
Well, yeah, I guess. A Hinamizawa kid would never get hurt from something like that. In other words, you're already one of us, Hanyu.
Hanyu-chan, is that your name? I've never seen you before.
Why are you lying?
Never seen you before. Are you new around here?
Are you reading without voices or what? Yes, we are the voices.
Yes, she is. She transferred in just last Monday. What are these? How peculiar. Are they some kind of toy? Takano-san tried to poke at one of Hanyu's horns. They'd be an interesting hair accessory, if they were an accessory. That's what's cute about Hanyu-chan. Please don't touch them, no? Oh, is that so? I don't think they're that cute, though. After all, they look just like a monster. Don't they?
That... okay.
I wonder if she does recognize Hanyu and she's just like digging at her.
Potentially, but the dramatic moment, freeze, full screen, damn. Okay.
It's extra dramatic.
Slap, worse than shooting the kids.
Suddenly, Hanyu moaned as if suffocating. Takano, Hanyu isn't a monster. Don't ever say that again.
That's right, Takano-san, that was mean.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be rude.
Yes, you did.
Rika-chan. Oh.
Rika-chan said it rather firmly. I'm sure Hanyu doesn't want to hear that word. Sometimes Takano-san says things in a derogatory way without realizing it herself. But I guess there are things you can't or shouldn't say. Hanyu was looking at Takano-san with a complicated look on her face. After seeing that expression, Takano-san realized she might have hurt her feelings. She apologized and left with Tomitake-san.
Are you okay, Hanyu? You landed beautifully too, so you're not injured.
Why couldn't we see the beautiful tumble and landing, bro?
Rika, that person. Her. That's Takano. Why am I so confused here?
I thought when we saw them have a conversation at the shrine, that was already in the world of chapter 8. So apparently it wasn't. Or potentially it wasn't. I am so confused.
Well, it was before everything happened, so it made sense that it was in this world.
How did
But why are Hanyu and Rika now...
Why did Hanyu decide to rewind time to the moment when she decides to join the class instead of maybe going, okay, we're back in time. Rika, you need to listen to me. It's Takano.
It's a press A moment. Takano.
Hanyu repeated Takano-san's
Hanyu
name.
does not know who Takano is right now.
All of a sudden I grew worried that she hit her head or something. Hanyu stood straight up and grabbed Rika-chan's collar.
Rika! It's Takano! Takano! That's right. She's Takano. No, Rika!
Get it!
Takano! Don't you remember? I know. Mio Takano, right?
You dense bitch! Come on, please! Why would Hanyu react like this? You've lived hundreds of times!
I think she's somehow lost some memory.
Please tell me she's playing like this in front of the others so that they don't freak out.
She hit her head.
I mean Rika!
From the Erie clinic. You can't remember. Sorry, Hanyu. What are you talking about? Rika? This can't be. This is the last one. The last one. She finally imprinted herself with the true enemy's name while enduring the pain of her stomach being cut open. And yet she can't remember. Rika Furude has failed to inherit the memory of the fragments. It kinda seemed like she also had forgotten until she hit her head. Okay, so now Hanyu is in the picture. But Rika is the one that has forgotten everything beforehand. Is this like a side effect of having Hanyu as an actual person?
She did just have a head injury.
Yeah, but it doesn't explain Rika.
My stomach is very upset suddenly. Has Rika also forgotten who Hanyu is after just telling us?
How do you come to that?
If I've lived through my super early childhood hundreds of times, yeah?
Yeah.
The number 100 has been thrown around a lot. And my yokai ghost friend has, as far as we as the audience are aware, never freaked out like this about a person before. Would now freak out about a person like this before. I'd be like, oh shit, something's weird.
Yeah, she just hit her head. Oh, she might have a concussion.
Maybe instead of just going, she should use her freaking words. Takano, it's Takano. Don't you remember, Rika, that Takano is the one that kills you in all of the worlds?
Why do we need to have this conversation anyway? Because we know we will run into Takano at some point. Why do we need to go like, oh no, it's Takano? We know Takano is there. That's the whole thing we're trying to avoid. Anyway, it's a press A thing. Just move on. Apparently Rika does not remember anything from her past lives. I think that's what we're getting at.
She does. Just not this part. If she didn't remember anything, some of the other things didn't make sense. Like, yes, Hanyu has always been around Keiichi.
Yeah, she remembers Hanyu, but she doesn't remember what happened to her.
Rika forgot the end. Okay, like, I get that, but I still don't understand how you can be this dense about Hanyu's reaction to seeing Takano?
She just rolled off a mountain and hit her head. That makes perfect sense. If you rolled down a cliff and started acting like that, I would throw it on a concussion. And so would you, by the way.
No. No, none of you had freaking horns, and this is the first time in my 100th redo of my life.
Nah.
It's okay.
You're overreacting because you have too much
sense.
info.
It will make sense at some point. Oh, Akasaka-san! Long time no see. Ooishi-san, you haven't changed a bit. What are you saying? I've been on an apple diet. What? An apple diet? I've been on an apple diet lately and I've lost a few pounds. Can't you tell? But just look at you, you look great. Well, I have to stay in shape for my job.
Hey, Koro-chan, is this the guy? The one who came here a few years ago from Tokyo?
Yep, you just eat apples. That's where that saying comes from. How do you like them apples? Because you only eat apples.
Well, starting today, I'm gonna go on a chocolate cake diet.
It's a great idea. Nice to see you again too, Handaya-san. It has been a while.
My, look at you. Must be nice to be so young.
Well, since you came such a long way, let's just head to a restaurant. I'm a regular there, so I'm sure we can get in there before it opens. Come on. Ooishi-san, are you sure? Don't you still have some work to do? What? Not at all. I'm on a special training with a mission investigator from Tokyo headquarters. Come on, let's get going. No, wait, I've got to make a phone call first. They're greenhorns compared to someone like you, but I've put some help together for us. Now, there you are. Kuma-chan! Do you want to come play with us tonight? Son, you haven't really changed a bit. Akasaka used to think Ooishi wasn't serious enough about work, but after experiencing many different things in the real world, that preconception had completely disappeared. Ooishi is that way because of his experience. It's not always best to take things seriously. In this world, sometimes being that frank can help. In Akasaka's case, people often tell him to relax more. But in Ooishi's case, maybe he should straighten out a little. Come on! Akasaka-san, let's go! Yes, at once. Yeah, good answer. You sound like a veteran police officer now. Glad to hear it. The old Akasaka would have thought Ooishi was making fun of him, but now he could take it as an honest assessment. I also took it as he was making fun of him. Sure. Whatever. Hey, let's go investigate these crazy murders. Let's get hammered.
Oh yeah, it's a nice reunion. The rest comes later.
Yeah, what if the thing that happens that is super important to you trying to find out what's happening happens while you're drunk as fuck? Just saying.
If you know
Stay
your
ready,
limit,
right?
you know when you get drunk.
Boy, you sure can drink now, Akasaka-san. I don't think I can keep up with you. Must be true that when one gets old, he can't drink as much as before. You're too modest. I'm just better because an intelligence officer has to be able to hold his liquor. I have a budget set aside at all times for training with my young colleagues. Japanese sake, Western liquor, Chinese liquor, whatever. Sometimes I drink at a little bar and sometimes at expensive clubs. They have a go-drink budget to train your liver and kidneys? That's dedication.
Well, if they go undercover a lot, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. That sounds pretty good. I'll have to join you to coach you sometime. Yes, please come, teach us your tricks. Young guys nowadays often talk about how they can't drink. I couldn't drink at all at first, you know. The more you drink, the better your body adjusts to alcohol and the more you enjoy drinking. That's called alcoholism.
The trick is to just keep drinking.
Just keep drinking until your body starts acting weird when you don't drink.
Every night you add a shot.
Please don't do that, people. That's literally how you get into alcoholism. This fire is up at any point. I just don't want to. That's right. Are you listening, Kuma-chan?
Yeah, I heard. I can down quite a few now.
Whoa! No, really, you're right. When you first teamed up with Ooishi, you were really drinking oolong tea with a toast. That's no good. A toast has a very important meaning. If you don't drink any alcohol, you're saying you're not satisfied with a party. So when I see young people like that, I tell them, I'm not saying that you have to drink up in one gulp, but your first round has to at least be a medium mug. It's the 80s. When Akasaka first came to Okinomiya, he was very nervous. There was no trace of attention left in him. Seeing that, Ooishi realized just how much Akasaka had learned in the past few years. There you go, Akasaka-san. Man, you've really grown a lot more dependable. During the years I've been waiting to retire, you've grown so much. Might be time for the younger generation to take over, huh? That's not true. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that the only thing that matters is experience. And being told by a 5-year-old that your wife is gonna die. And then you can call her and make that not happen. Leave the hard labor and the crime scenes to us young officers while you veterans take pride at your desks and work us to the bone. Did you hear that, Kuma-chan? Is it you?
Okay, I heard him. I'll give it everything I've got.
Ooishi, Kumagai-kun is already giving it everything he's got. He's diligent about his patrols to make up for your distaste for them.
Give me part of this chair.
You know how Ooishi-san is, right? I've only worked with him for a few days, but I understand what you're going through. Even so, he'll make you into a good cop. Just believe in him. Yeah, like that one time you guys saw somebody weird on the side of a road, so you both, without any backup or weapons, got out and then you got shot in the friggin' head?
Yes, sir. I'll do my best. But even if I learn how to drink, I can't learn how to be good at my own. Ooishi-san takes all my pay before I can give it to my wife.
Well, maybe it's because you say mahjong and not mahjong.
I'm drunk.
Kudos. Mahjong is intellectual baggage you need. The more you play, the more confident you get. Let's play together later. I'll teach you how to not lose. Ooishi, he's a good guy, huh? He kind of reminds me of how you were when you were young. That can't be. I wasn't nearly as handsome. It was unusual for Ooishi to enjoy anyone's company this much. Akasaka and Ooishi only worked together for a few days. They'd exchanged some holiday cards since, but that was about it. Ooishi had no idea how happy it would make him to see such a greenhorn grow into a dependable cop. Ooishi always thought he wanted to be active until the day he retired, but after seeing such a dependable colleague, he began to think that maybe it was time for him to step down. This was gonna end with Akasaka moving to Hinamizawa full-time and taking over in Ooishi's footsteps. Ooishi and Akasaka enjoyed their reunion more than they thought they would.
That will be Akasaka. That will be not Akasaka, Kumagai.
He can be the sidekick. Kumagai's fate is to be forever Robin, never Batman. The owner of the place was bringing the electric sign inside. All the chairs were up on the tables and the owner's wife was cleaning the floor. There was nobody else around. Judging by the clock, it was almost 3 a.m.
Kura-chan.
You're the master.
This is a reunion, right, Kura-chan? Take your time, okay? Just wake me up when you leave so I can lock the door.
Kuraudo Ooishi is talking to me. Sorry about this. Thank you. There wouldn't be anything else open at such a late hour. Ooishi and his colleagues still wanted to talk, so they decided to stay. Kumagai couldn't fight his sleepiness and was nodding off. Let's draw things on his face with Sharpie while he's asleep. Tifa giving you her best Kumagai impression. They were talking about Akasaka's job. Akasaka works at a department specializing in public safety. You mean the public safety division? She and the others were interested in all his stories of danger and bravery. Anyway, I wanted to meet with Rika Furude. Let's hear stories. Anyway, this is what I'm here for. I love Akasaka right now.
It's 3 a.m. We've already gone through a lot of stories.
Yeah. By Rika Furude, you mean the orphaned daughter of a Furude family? Orphaned? What happened to her parents? Rika Furude had predicted that there would be an incident in Hinamizawa every year for the following 5 years. Her parents, according to her, were supposed to be killed on the 3rd year running. Yeah, it was the 3rd year of the curse of oyashiro-sama. 1981 must have been. The Furude couple died rather suspiciously. It was 3 years after you came to Hinamizawa, Akasaka-san. 3 years? Did it happen in June, 3 years after I visited? Yeah, that's about right. Why? Is there something about that bothers you? Akasaka shut his eyes tightly to chase away the alcohol in his brain and tried to remember the girl's prediction. He had, after all, come here to confirm it. I came here in 1978. And what about the damn construction site manager? Oh, that's the guy I played mahjong with. How has he been doing? It was in the newspaper, I think. Maybe it was just the local ones. Well, he was killed in a fight with the other workers that year. Rika Furude had predicted that he'd be killed in a gruesome way, that his body would be dismembered. And that's what happened. Was he mutilated? See, you know about it already. That's exactly it. His right arm is still missing, too. It's so unfortunate. Why do I think they're still gonna uncover the right arm? Irie kept it somewhere in a jar filled with formaldehyde.
Nah, they got rid of that.
That would make sense, but I'm saying this don't make sense, Tivo. I have a feel. Okay, not Irie kept it, but Takano kept it.
Why would she keep it?
Because she's weird? And she likes macabre things?
I mean, I can understand that, but I'm quite sure they got rid of it.
What if she has an itchy back and she can't reach?
Handy, but I'm quite sure it's gone.
Ooishi can't build his Exodia deck. Oh my god, yes. That's messed up. But I laughed, so it worked. The following year, on the same day in June 1980, Satoko's parents will be pushed to their deaths. Maybe it should be called an accident. A lamentable accident. I'll continue. The following year, the year after the manager's death, I think, let's see, I know, Satoko's son it was. I think she's a little girl. Did her parents die in an accident? Oh, how much of it do you already know? That's right. The damn supporters of the Hojo couple fell off a cliff while on vacation, though it still hasn't been confirmed if it was an accident or an incident. Also kinda nice that Ooishi at some point just dropped that whole case. Or at least still asking the questions. And the following year, on the same day in June 1981, my parents will be killed.
Oh, it's Rika.
And the following year, yes, Rika Furude's parents died, but none of those incidents make sense. You sure know a lot about the curse of oyashiro-sama. None of those incidents were made public because of pressure from the locals, so I'm surprised at how much you know about them. I can't believe this. But even you can't know about the following year, because starting with the 4th year in a row, we decided to investigate secretly. I think I know about it anyway.
And the following year, on the same day in June 1982, Satoko's mean aunt will die. Her head will be smashed in.
The following year, so that was last year? Satoko-san from earlier, wasn't her aunt beaten to death? Shit, you're right. Akasaka-san, how do you know so much? He's doing exactly what we complained about in, I forgot which chapter, I think it was at the end of chapter 4, where he goes to meet Ooishi, and then he goes, oh, tell me about all that's happened. And then Ooishi tells him, when he goes, oh yeah, I knew this because of a prediction.
Yeah, but now
he is telling him first, confirming that there should be some credibility to this whole thing. Just like you complained about back when Tifa. Nice.
No, because now it has already happened, and before he was talking about it before it also could have happened.
That's what I'm saying. Potato. I think I know who will be killed this year after that. What are you saying? Besides, the year after last year means it's this year.
I'll be killed.
It will be in June of 1983. In other words, this month. Rika Furude will be killed. Ooishi and the others were at a loss for words.
Akasaka had talked about the 4 mysterious incidents, it's Rika. Although he had been far away, he belonged to a very special unit of public safety. It could have been possible for him to find out about their secret investigations. That was why it wasn't odd that Akasaka to mention the series of mysterious deaths, even though he had been far away from Hinamizawa. However, not only did he know about them, but he also named the next victim. Ooishi and his co-workers had sobered up entirely.
Akasaka-san, it's getting late. We're all exhausted, so let me go to the
bathroom.
I was thinking I'll go to the bathroom and then we leave, but clearly that's not where the conversation is going. It's getting late, let's go to the bathroom. It's getting late. We're all exhausted, so let me get to the bottom of this. What is it that you're trying to say? Okay. All of this is what she told me when I was in Hinamizawa in June of 1978. What?
Ooishi couldn't believe what he was hearing. He was left speechless.
I know it's hard to believe. When she told me back then, I thought she was just being a mischievous little girl. But she told me she was going to be killed in the 5th year running. In other words, she asked me to help her, I think. The main purpose of my visit to Hinamizawa this time is to find her and ask her if she still needs my help. Akasaka-san, I'm retiring this year. I want to take revenge on the people who killed the manager on the 1st year. I'll jump on any lead I can find. So let me just confirm this with you. What you just said isn't a joke, is it? If it is, you had better tell me right now. I'm telling you the truth. Rika Furude told me this in June 1978. But at the time I didn't think anything of it, so I didn't tell you about it. I'm very sorry. No, you didn't know. Even if you had told me, I don't think I would have believed you. Only because it happened 4 years in a row do we believe you now.
Ooishi must have been thinking that if only Akasaka had told him that back then, he could have saved his friend. But what the old man from Forensic just said was right too. Ooishi wouldn't have believed him back then. And his friend would have died anyway, and Ooishi would have been left with regret at not being able to do anything.
That's true. I should be the one apologizing. Still, Rika Furude. Why Rika Furude? I don't know exactly what's going on in Hinamizawa right now. I read in the papers that the dam construction plan was halted indefinitely. And that's why I assumed Hinamizawa was peaceful now. The dam conflict is over, yeah. But starting the following year, these mysterious deaths, known locally as the curse of oyashiro-sama, started to occur annually. And it played out just like you said. I think she's entrusted me with something extremely important. Ooishi-san, let me ask you. Do you think it's possible for Rika Furude to be killed this year? They say that the Furude couple was held in low regard for being so passive during the dam conflict. That might be the reason why the curse fell upon them in the 3rd year. So I do think that Rika Furude's death... It's possible, isn't it?
Ooishi nodded slowly.
I'm going to try to get in touch with Rika Furude tomorrow. I think the best thing to do is to talk to her directly. Can I come with you, Akasaka-san? The story about Rika Frude sounds like something very important for me too. My! You've come bearing quite the incredible gift. I'm getting a bit intrigued myself. I never thought I'd see the day when all the mysteries were solved. Get it? Same, Ryukishi 07. Same. Well, I have some questions too. For instance, why did she tell me something that important? If she wanted to help, why didn't she ask the local police? Why me, a guy on a business trip from Tokyo? I bet she doesn't have faith in the local police. I'm a little unrefined. Rika-san probably doesn't trust me. Besides, there are people with connections to the Sonozaki family at the Okonomiya PD. In other words, she trusted me, the guy who came from Tokyo, more than anybody. Yeah, I guess. If that's the case, Ooishi-san, please don't tell anybody else about this. I just spit on our stream deck. I thought we did a screen transition. Of course I won't. Anyway, let's head directly to Hinamizawa tomorrow and have a talk with Rika-san. We can start from there. Dab, dab, dab. I really hope Rika hasn't forgotten a lot of things from all her previous lives, because oh my god.
It's hard to believe, but it's the truth, isn't it?
Hanyu has told her that Takano is the one who killed her. Please tell me she told her this and that Rika is believing it.
It was in the middle of the night. Only the sounds of insects and Satako snoring could be heard. Rika was sitting by her favorite window. Yes. Takano is the one who killed you, Rika.
Thank you.
You and I both saw it. You tried so hard to remember Takano's face. Even as she cut your stomach open, you burned her face into your memory while enduring all that pain. That's a horrible way to die. I'm glad I don't remember. But I can see it. That's the kind of death Takano would prefer. Still, I don't get it. Why would Takano kill me? I'm the Queen Carrier. And if I die, a disaster will occur, right? Isn't that why the Irie Institute and the Mountain Dogs are protecting me? Then why would Takano, their leader, have me killed?
Let's ask her after we put a bullet between her eyes.
Sorry, that was a useless question. Takano killed me. That's the truth, and her motive doesn't matter, does it? But still, why Takano? Although she just said that the motive didn't matter, Rika went back to the same question. The reason why Takano was protecting the Queen Carrier wasn't because she wanted to prevent the rest of Hinamizawa from developing the syndrome.
Oh, here we go. Do we get an answer now by the off-screen narrator?
It was because the Queen Carrier was an extremely valuable subject of her research. Then, considering that value, why did she kill the Queen Carrier with her own two hands? Is Takano my only enemy? The Mountain Dogs are after you too. I don't know if Irie is your enemy or not, but I don't think he is. Takano and the Mountain Dogs are my enemy. You've got to be kidding me. How can we possibly win?
Have you heard of my friend Akasaka?
There's no way. Unless there's a miracle of some kind, we can't fight against people like them. Besides, Watanagashi is this Sunday. I'll be killed on the 22nd. It's in about a week or so, right? How can we beat them in such a short amount of time? Should we try going after Takano with a metal bat?
Yes, we should try.
That won't work. She's only one of them. Even if we take her out, the Mountain Dogs will still get us. What do we do? What should we do? I don't know either. But, we didn't even know our enemy before now.
Yeah, it's also very true.
This time, we do. There must be something that we can do. This was the first time in a long time that Hanyu had spoken so positively. Rika was startled for a moment and realized that she was losing her cool. She took a deep breath and tried to calm herself down. She was still confused that Takano was the culprit. Rika had always thought of Takano as her ally. There were, after all, many reasons why Takano should treat her well. Rika couldn't even think of one reason why Takano would want to kill her. Still, she was always thinking about bizarre things.
That is true, and some people forgive her for that.
There was no guarantee that a crazy idea of hers couldn't become a motive. I have bizarre ideas all the time and
Right
I don't
now?
commit.
Right now, I wish I had more arms so I could point at Tifa even harder.
I don't commit these things.
Good. Please don't.
So that means if Tomitake is killed, then is he an ally? Not
Technically,
until-
no. He's just a lackey in Tokyo, really.
I also don't think he's gonna believe you until Takano stabs him in the belly.
Yeah, because the power of a penis is strong. Yeah.
Well, it seems a bit weird now, if you come with that.
Yeah.
There's no reason to doubt her.
Yeah.
I think he is. That's an idea, Rika. You should talk to Tomitake. Like, remember when she told him that he was gonna die?
Yeah, he was like, yeah, sure thing.
Takano was accompanied by the mountain dogs because of an organization in Tokyo. So could Rika ask for help only from someone affiliated with that organization? In that case, Tomitake was the only one she could talk to about the issue. Although Irie might also be worth having a talk with. But then, that was why she needed to know. She needed to know why Takano wanted to kill her. This is all a press A moment. If they just go to sleep and wake up, then Akasaka enters the scene. Don't they know that?
Probably. And no, because this world is new.
All of that stalling? Yeah, I know.
Annoying, isn't it?
Unless she could explain that, they probably wouldn't even believe her. Besides, Tomitake was in love with Takano. He wouldn't doubt her so easily. Irie seemed to be keeping a little distance from Takano. He might be a little more inclined to believe. But as someone who was simply a doctor, he knew little about Tokyo. He might end up being useless to Rika.
Someone who was simply a doctor. Oh, ye of little faith, if only you knew.
I learned there isn't much thoughts going around in his head because he's simply a doctor in one of the fragments.
It's a little known fact that most doctors don't really know anything, really. They're just healing machines, basically. Like Pokemon centers, but in human form. Mm-hmm.
Then, should she call the police? No way, definitely no way. There was no way they would believe her. If she were to make a call and say that a strange organization in Tokyo was trying to kill her, they would think she was crazy.
Yeah, about that. They actually do believe that. Just ask ChatGPT. Please don't. They don't need more info about you.
Then what could she do? How could she save herself? The scariest people in Hinamizawa were coming to kill her. How could she run from them? How could she fight them? How? If she had remembered the scene of Takano killing her, then she wouldn't have been so confused. Because seeing is believing. But she didn't remember. This was just what Hanyu was telling her. She didn't want Takano to be her enemy. This was a truth she didn't want to accept, so she was tempted to just say that this was all simply Hanyu's delusion.
Because Hanyu is so famous for her delusions. What?
Calm down, Rika. We learned in our past life. Don't you remember the previous world? Previous world? Do you mean the one where Reina spread gasoline all over the school and locked everyone inside?
She has forgotten the seventh... How? Why? That was chapter 6.
Maybe 7 was too traumatizing. No! The world after that!
That means Rika also probably doesn't have the same drive for whole I need to be one of the actors on stage versus just watching. Oh my God.
Well, that's where Hanyu now comes in. Don't you remember? In that world, he came back. Teppei Hojo did. That's the world's worst possible world. No matter what we do, the counselors won't do anything. Satoko goes insane within a few days. Someone from her circle of friends developed the syndrome and attacked Teppei, right? No! In the previous world, we all went to the child consultation center and saved Satoko. In that world, Keiichi taught you so much. He taught you that you have to believe, otherwise a miracle won't occur. And he also said that if everyone believes, our wishes will definitely come true. That sure is something Keiichi would say. But that's great. To defeat the world where Teppei returns. We couldn't do anything about that world even once before. Do you know how Keiichi and the others in that world made a miracle happen?
Yeah, none of this is the important part. The important part is Rika herself realizing she needs to do every single possible thing she can from the beginning, and she can trust her friends, and together they can make miracles happen. Now we have all the actors on stage, all the pieces on the board, but suddenly one of them is missing because Rika didn't for some reason retain the information from chapter 7.
You're saying all the things Hanyu is trying to explain now?
Exactly.
They talked to everyone. They didn't convince themselves it was useless or agonize over it by themselves. They asked everyone for help. That's how they brought about a miracle.
You forgot the part where Keiichi jumped on Oreo Sonozaki and choked the living shit out of her to the point where she agreed.
They still asked for help. Everyone. So, you want me to talk to Keiichi and the others about Takano?
Yes.
Do you really think they would believe me if I told them an organization like Tokyo is after me?
Yes. He wouldn't. That's what the legend says.
Yes, they will. They did in the previous world. Why won't you believe me, Rika? Sorry. It's not that I don't believe you. You saw it, so it's the truth, isn't it? I had no idea how frustrating it would be not to remember it myself.
This is disgusting, but also it makes sense. In every world, Rika was able to remember all of her previous lives. So of course there has to be one world where she doesn't remember all of it.
I think the trauma of being killed while actually conscious might have been the trigger.
Possible. Yeah.
You know, sometimes when something horrible happens to you, your body's...
You compartmentalize and you bury it so deep that it's gone. Yeah.
As a defense mechanism, you just forget.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that's what happened to her. By trying to remember, or by trying to do something so extreme that she would remember, she forgot. Anyway, you and me going on and on about this won't solve anything. We don't have enough power on our own. But we have our weapon. That weapon is the truth. We don't know her motive, but we know that the culprit is Takano. So this is a very good start compared to all the other worlds. But why? Why can't you remember it? At the very end. Hanyu ground her teeth remorsefully. She saw the truth just a short time ago, so she couldn't believe that Rika didn't remember anything. If it was something she had seen herself, then she wouldn't even need a motive. But she hadn't, and that's why she couldn't understand. Why was her memory missing even when Hanyu's memory was still intact? Did that mean that their long journey was about to end? Perhaps her infinitely repeating journey was already over, and this was the last world after all. Phew. I thought this world was odd since everyone could see you, and you even transferred to our school. But now I can really see how strange of a world this is. There's nothing strange about it. This is just the final world, that's all. I came to this final world so we can gather all our powers. I'm not a bystander here. I'm your ally. I see. You're no longer a bystander, huh? I've decided not to be afraid anymore. I'm not afraid, and I'm going to believe with all of you. And a miracle will happen. This is a world we can bet on. This June of 1983. Rika and Takano are fighting. If Rika doesn't defeat her enemy in time, she will lose. Takano has many powerful pieces, like the mountain dogs. Rika will need a lot more pieces to be able to defeat her. So unless she asks for help from many people and gathers an equal number of pieces, the game won't even begin. We've learned the rules of this game board by playing the game repeatedly. It's like a game without a manual. But we've learned the rules, and now we know how to fight. We're ahead in the game because we already know what pieces our enemy has. Rika, you have to get busy. We only have 1 week before Watanagashi. We had 2 weeks in the previous world, but we only have 1 week here. In other words, this is our final chance.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Sorry.
We only have 1 week to save the world.
That's completely different song.
You know. But I'm making it fit to the game.
Yeah, but it's been 1 week is actually the line of the song.
Yeah, but that doesn't fit. This fits.
We tried, people. We tried. It's the final countdown. DMCA.
Okay. Rather than grieving over what I don't remember, I should be grateful that you do.
That makes sense.
Because if you didn't, this final world would end while we ran about in confusion. Also, if I talk to Keiichi and the others in the right way, maybe they'll come up with some good ideas. Because he was the one who fought with Reina in the previous world. And when the school was about to explode, he brought her back. Exactly! Anyway, let's go talk to anyone we can find. We are too weak by ourselves. Let's gather people and think about what to do. We have to take our first steps towards the miracle. And we have to do that within a week. But at least Teppei doesn't come back here. Because that happens a bit before this.
Teppei has either come back and has been dealt with, or he didn't come back in this timeline yet.
I don't think he came back at all here.
Well, we don't know. We haven't talked about this with anybody else yet.
It wouldn't all have happened before they came here.
Possibly.
I knew I'd never encouraged her like this before. Because they still have memories from before she returns here. She had always pretended to be a bystander. She never wanted to go through the pain of failure, so she never had expectations for anything. But now she was trying to intervene in this world so passionately and proactively. According to Hanyu, there had been another world after the one in which Reina occupied the school. Apparently, Keiichi really inspired her in that world. Rika had nothing to lose. She had to talk to whoever she thought she could trust. And whether she tried or not, she had only a very short time left. She decided to do whatever she possibly could until that time arrived. She would never again act like it was cool to sip wine pretending to be a witch as the end closed upon her.
This one goes all to all of my wine drinking witches out there. Who is Nomura? The chair agrees.
That person was there before us with Akasaka.
Possibly.
Hello? It has been a while.
No, Nomura is the alter ego of Takano. She was the young lady.
That could also
I think
be.
Dark Lord told us that in the manga, the strange lady is called Nomura. And the color of her name is exactly the same color as Takano. Coincidence? I think not. The same color as young lady, by the way. I see you, Ryukishi. I see you. I see through your lies. I cut through them. So, Takano voice, please.
That wasn't it. I don't remember per se. Yes, thank you for the detailed documents from the other day. Thanks to that data, men from the Ministry of Health and Welfare now understand how dangerous Hinamizawa syndrome is. That's the accomplishment of you and the late Dr. Takano. I've only made sure that you receive your fair assessment, is all. Anyway, I'll make sure the Prime Minister reads your documents. He's our leader, after all. I'll have the most important person in this country read your article, and make sure he understands what important research this is and why Hinamizawa syndrome is an issue that needs his attention. Also, I'll make sure the present board of directors realize how stupid they were to ignore your research and ridicule your grandfather's thesis.
Prediction time. Nomura is to Takano what Hanyu is to Rika.
I think Nomura is an actual person.
So is Hanyu. 1 sec. She's a real person now too. So?
Is that how you're gonna explain that away?
Yes.
She's a right hand.
No.
Then explain to me, what is Nomura?
Nomura is the godhood aspect that Takano has achieved in at least one of the worlds, potentially the 7th one, when she said, I am now a god, in the form of chapter 8, in the flesh. Similarly to how Hanyu was a spirit, a yokai, a ghost in the previous chapters, but has now used her powers to become a physical being.
Okay, so Nomura is not human.
Nomura is to Takano what Hanyu is to Rika.
Yeah, but not human.
Nomura is to Takano what Hanyu is to Rika. She's a superhuman entity. She is not born a human. Yes.
That
Nomura was created.
Was that so hard to answer?
Tifa, you're asking me questions like I'm on some flight list and I don't like the energy. So yes, this was very hard for me. Very hard.
Because just saying that is too...
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No. How do you all feel about this? Do you feel that me writing down Nomura is to Takano what Hanyu is to Rika is too... Because Tifa can't even put a word to it?
Yeah, because you didn't explain what that was.
I did.
Yeah, now you did, after I asked questions.
I explained it in my statement. They are the same relationship to each other.
Yeah, it could have been right hand, helper, someone trying to help you accomplish your goal. Not a god standing by your side, basically.
Nomura is to Takano what Hanyu is to Rika.
Yeah, you can repeat that, but that doesn't change it.
Exactly. So,
but yeah, godhood,
stop
basically.
trying to change it.
Not human. I like it. Indeed. I have great news for you. We've decided that after the operation is completed, the actual location will be isolated and shut down, and another department of the SDF will take over the research. You'll be welcome there, and you'll be able to continue your research for as long as you want without worrying about political factions or funding. That's all thanks to your generous client who wants to reward you for your hard work. You'll be given the position of director so you can devote yourself to your research. Isn't that wonderful? Finally, you'll be able to accomplish something that overturns common knowledge by researching Hinamizawa syndrome and the existence of parasites that influence human thought. No, I'm not just saying that to flatter you. That's what we really think.
Do you not get it? She is saying, this is wish fulfillment. She is literally saying every single thing
she wants to hear.
Ever wanted.
She could just be a really good manipulator.
No, she is a god and she's making things happen because of her insane, beyond the measurable scale willpower. She is willing this into existence.
Yeah,
she has willed herself into godhood in a previous life, and because things need to be reset because of Hanyu, she is now 2. She has committed osmosis. No, not osmosis. The thing where one cell splits into 2, that's not osmosis. Osmosis is absorbing
We
things.
get you, it's fine. I see. Sorry to take up your time. I'll be going now. I'll get in touch with you again. The woman put down the headset of her car phone. Then she picked it up again and made another call. Please transfer me to the extension 1001. Yes, this is Watanabe. Watanabe?
Watanabe.
Yes, the issue from the other day has been taken care of. Yes. Yes, Major Takano's documents are wonderful. I made some people from the National Research Center go along, so the men believed it without questioning. Yes, that's no problem either. Most of the cabinet ministers from enemy factions will be either leaving the country or going on vacation, so they'll be out of Tokyo after the 20th. Yes. There are still some unsettled issues, but everything will be set by June 23rd. Yes. Therefore, the on-site operation will take place at midnight on June 22nd, and the Prime Minister will be asked for emergency sanction on the 23rd. Yes. Everyone aiding the Prime Minister on that day will be our people. He won't even question a thing. Yes, I'm certain. The Prime Minister will definitely sign Emergency Manual 34. Afterwards, an investigation into Alphabet's duties will be taken up, and the Okuno, Chiba, and Old Koizumi factions will lose a great deal of sway. Yes, that's right. It's only a matter of time before we succeed with the Asian Amity and Reconstruction Summit. That's true. If there's money to spend on developing domestic nuclear arms or the Japanese-American alliance spanning the Pacific, then it would be more profitable for a nation to spend it on ODA towards China.
ODA? Overly dramatic actors?
The 21st century will be the era of China, with their nation claiming a good portion of the world's population. Okay, so these people are basically spies who infiltrated this and are now pulling their own agenda.
No, this is Takano.
Sure, press A. Oh no, don't press A. Japan gets nothing out of wagging its tail for the US anymore. Yes, I know. The 21st century is almost here, yet we're still saying that communism is the greatest evil. Maybe we've been watching too many bad American propaganda movies. Yes, I understand. Okay, then I'll see you in Macau next week. Yes, I love to gamble. Yes, it was nice talking to you. I'll get in touch with you soon. The woman put down the handset of her phone car and...
No.
Oh my god.
A phone car. Imagine you want to make a call. You have to go outside, find your parking lot and pick up the entire car and then lift it to your ear. Yes, honey, I can hear you. Can you take Brett along, please?
The woman put down the handset of her car phone and took a breath.
Thank you.
ODA is Official Development Assistance, which basically means foreign loans from China. Okay, that makes sense. So, spies.
Totally spies.
She smiled in satisfaction and then picked up the handset again. Give me the Chief Cabinet Secretary, please.
She is a one-person call center.
Yes, this is Maezawa. Yes, it's me. Chief Okuno.
Do you realize that in 3 conversations she has acted as 3 different people?
Yeah, spies.
No, Takano.
Spies.
God level Takano. Who has been brought into a different world somehow.
Spy.
What is even happening in this game anymore?
Let's do a bit of the next chapter.
How are there still no tips?
Why do you keep clicking on the tips?
Because the menu is there.
It says it if there are tips.
Maezawa Nomura. And if you take all the kanji from Maezawa Nomura,
it says spies.
And you rearrange them, it says race car spelled backwards.
Whatever is going on? Rika, you aren't behaving normally this morning.
Do you think so? Am I acting strange?
I don't know how to say it, but you seem much more mature today.
Rika's being mature. Hanyu, don't tease me today. You too, Satoko. Please don't mess around. I don't feel like it. About a week, counting from today, Satoko gave me a perplexed look. Maybe she thought I didn't feel well. I went to talk to Keiichi and the others, including Satoko, but I don't know how or where to begin. We all like to joke around a lot, so they might not take me seriously. How can I get them to understand the danger I'm in?
You could have Hanyu help. Just saying. Or you could ask Skinner, who is currently 1st, 2nd and 3rd spiting himself. Yes! How did I know?
How are you doing, Skinner?
Welcome in, Skinner. How are you doing? I will drink to that.
Also, update on the Alolan Fall Pix shiny hunt. As of now, I've officially hatched more eggs without getting a shiniest or One Piece episode, so no.
That's 1200, I think, almost. Damn.
That is a lot of eggs.
Mame, are you sure that your game isn't bugging out? Do a new save file. Yeah.
There are no
If you could.
Vulpix shinies in Ba Sing Sing.
And then through Mame's dedicated research, we learned that there's actually a serious bug in the game where a lowland Vulpix cannot be bred as a shiny.
I would say now focus on another one first, and after a couple of eggs, go back to Vulpix.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Double down.
It's like when you're waiting for a bus and the bus doesn't come and you pretend to walk away, the bus starts coming. Like pretend you've given up on the Vulpix just to get back to the Vulpix.
It's like how some people used to think that when there's a loading screen in a game, if they go, oh well, I don't care how long the loading takes, then it goes faster.
Exactly.
When you get the shiny, release it. And then ban Skinner. Just say.
That didn't work in the SpongeBob episode either. Don't jinx it, Psycho. There's a 80% chance. Based on my own statistics.
You are aware that this is recorded, right?
Yeah.
What makes you think anything you have said or done in the past 4 or 5 years would make anybody believe your statistics?
Almost every day.
Tifa and I have a very different worldview, apparently. Yeah.
Good morning to you, Chie-sensei. Oh, you're here as well, Coach. Good morning to you too.
There will be no giving up in this house.
It's
Good
not
on you,
giving
Marie.
up. It's going back to it after.
No, Mama, here's what's gonna happen. If you go look for other shinies, you're gonna get them. Probably first, second, third try. It's gonna be absolute disgusting luck. But that means, statistically, that your luck has now run out. You have exhausted your luck depot. You basically ran out of mana. So it's gonna take even longer. And if Tifa, if you keep circling around and if you bump into me one more time, this is gonna become solo streams. Stop spinning.
But I'm not spinning around.
Stop spinning. Thank you. Gonna get Tifa one of those stair stepper things for underneath the desk. She can do something with her legs that is not... Tifa! Wee! Yes. Yes. Good morning, Satoko-chan, Erika-chan. Oh my, oh my. This is that a headband for maids that you're wearing. That's against the school regulations. You will be punished. Jack? Yes. This... I need to make a screenshot of this from the VOD later. This is the perfect difference between Tifa and me. Tifa? Wee! Me?
I think that kind of sums us up, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. With this logic, we will corner the fish audience.
Dr. Irie, stop acting like that at school.
Outside of school, it's perfectly fine.
Coach. Rika doesn't seem to be feeling well this morning. Might you check her over, please?
Oh, what's the matter? Did you catch a cold?
I still don't know how to tell my friends, but Irie at least is on our side. Maybe I can talk to him more directly. If I keep thinking about it, I'll be thinking until the end of the day. Maybe I'll start with him. Hanyu nodded as if saying that was a good idea.
Can you leave the poor octopus alive? Tifa, there is something with her. Now she is mangling this poor thing and she just twisted the fabric so hard I could hear the sound of her skin rubbing over it.
I'm not twisting him, I'm pushing its little tentacles to the inside.
Can you stop making
And I'm trying to...
the octopus self-impregnate, please? Just read your
It's
minds.
very different. Satoko, let's play a trick on Keiichi. Let's do something to his chair.
Please, it's a trap, not a trick. I'll teach you how to set a trap for Keiichi-san.
Hanyu and Satoko ran to the classroom.
I can picture it. I want to see this scene from the anime because I imagine Satoko does the Naruto run, you know, the... And Hanyu is trying to not fall because she's so excited. She runs with the energy of a golden retriever that hasn't seen you in 2 weeks and you're finally coming home. Like she's running with her whole body. Like,
sounds about right.
Reverse tentacle call.
Kind of, yeah, basically.
So basically octopus masturbation? Yes.
Hanyu must have left on purpose. I have to use this chance she's given me. Irie, can I talk to you in the nurse's office?
Sure, that's fine. Let's go there.
Irie probably thinks I'm going to talk to him about Hinamizawa syndrome, so he agreed to go somewhere people couldn't hear. If there's a change in my physical condition, it could be a sign of something very serious. Even if it's just a simple cold, Irie is very concerned about my health.
What if in this chapter, because of Rika having not been reborn with her memory from chapter 7, she becomes suspicious of people and she goes terminal? Or can she not go terminal because she is also the Queen Carrier?
I would think that, because Rika is the one who can calm them down.
Okay. What's wrong? Are you feeling sick?
Irie, I'm going to tell you something odd, but I want you to take it seriously. It's a very important matter. I gave Irie the sternest look I've ever shown him as I spoke. He usually acts like an idiot, but he can be an adult when he needs to be. Seeing the expression on my face, he started to look more grave himself. How do I start? Okay. Irie, I'm the Queen Carrier, right?
Yes. A parasite that lives in your body is different from everybody else's.
What happens if I die?
Like I told you before, something terrible will happen. No, to be precise, we believe something terrible will happen. After all, it's impossible to verify until you die. However, several cases involving social brain parasites similar to those of Hinamizawa syndrome have shown that the death of a Queen Carrier can cause mass suicides or riots. That would be Takano-san's area of expertise. Maybe you should ask her instead. I don't know much about it myself.
In other words, Takano knows better than anybody that if I die, something terrible will happen. More than ever, I don't know why Takano wants to kill me. There's no way I can figure it out myself. Irie is here with me right now. Maybe he'll know. I should ask him. Irie, please don't ask any questions and just answer. Would there be something to gain from killing me?
What? Kill you, Rika-san. Who would?
You aren't supposed to ask any questions, remember?
Sorry. No, I can't think of anything. There isn't anyone who would benefit from your death. I repeat, if something happens to the Queen Carrier, all infected persons will reach the terminal stage within 48 hours. You didn't repeat that because you didn't say that previously. That's what makes the syndrome so dangerous. The scale of the disaster will be far greater than any individual case of paranoia or psychosis.
Would anyone profit from that disaster?
No way. Killing you is tantamount to killing all 2,000 villagers. Nobody would consider that for a minute, even as a joke.
If I die, all of the residents of Hinamizawa will go insane and may even kill each other. What a perfect ending for people who are descended from demons, huh? Could that be what Takano wants? Since she always talks about dangerous and bizarre things, it's obvious she enjoys cruelty. She always talks about how she wants to witness with her own eye the raw brutality of the man-eating demons she read about in the dark history of Onikafuji village. Even though till There, I fully agree with wanting to witness those things, being interested in it. That does not mean I enjoy cruelty.
If I went any closer, I would have rubbed my eyeball into her hair.
I fully agree. I am not denying it, but I do not enjoy cruelty.
Takano's just misunderstood. No, she's a piece of shit. Because she isn't like, oh, this is macabre and weird and the whole depravity, like the entire depth of the abyss of humanity's dark, fucked up, twisted mind. That's crazy. Look at this. Isn't this interesting? Takano's like, oh god, I want to see that.
Yeah, but that's the difference. I want to see those things, but it's more out of fascination and not because I jerk off because of what is being done. Why you look at me with doubt?
Because you just said the quiet part out loud where I said, oh, I want to see that.
Well, yeah. I've never hidden that.
Tifa Kano is gonna doom the world out of curiosity. Oh, I just wanted to see what happens if I create a black hole on the inside
won't cause
of the
it
planet
myself.
Earth. But if somebody else did, I would watch.
If it was right in front of me, I would probably watch. But doesn't mean I enjoy cruelty.
Hell to no.
It's possible that she wants to be dead just so that all the villagers will develop terminal symptoms.
Of course, that's in the worst case. So if something happens to you, there's an emergency measure we're supposed to follow.
An emergency measure? I've never heard of anything like that.
I've never told you this before. It's rather an unpleasant measure, so that's why I never mentioned it. The Area Institute's top priority is protecting the Queen Carrier. But if you die and all infected persons develop terminal symptoms, we're supposed to go ahead with this contingency plan.
That's understandable. If all 2,000 villagers were to go insane, there would be no guarantee that the devastation would remain within the village.
Agreed.
Obviously, it's a good idea to be prepared for the worst case scenario.
There are these things called emergency manuals, and among them the one for the worst possible disaster. In other words, in the event of your death is called Emergency Manual 34.
What happens with that?
Before all the villagers go insane, they'll be exterminated. To be exact, a special unit from the Self-Defense Force will seal off Hinamizawa and kill all the villagers using poisonous gas.
I've never heard of that before either.
Sorry, I don't really like talking about it.
I've been interested in things that happen before I die, but not in things that happen after I'm dead. This disaster only takes place after I die. I had no idea that something like this occurs every single time.
Not necessarily every single time.
Or rather, I'm the cause. If the enemy is capable of erasing an entire village, then killing a little girl like me won't be a problem at all. Hanyu is telling me to just talk to everyone, but can I really stand against an opponent like that? The existence of this emergency manual changes everything. Takano's motive is no longer makes sense. I thought her goal was for all of the villagers to go mad and slaughter each other like demons. But according to what Irie said, that wouldn't even happen. They will all be killed before it does. I'm not Takano, so I can't be sure, but I don't think that would be fun for her. It doesn't make sense to kill me for that purpose, especially since we've known each other for such a long time.
Why is she killing her?
It's not Takano's idea. We just listened to an entire conversation in the car of how they want Rika dead. They're the ones who are gonna suggest it to Takano or tell her to do it. Takano has already said in previous chapters too that her employer wants Rika dead, so that's why she does it. Takano is not the mastermind behind it here.
There's gonna be another one?
You just listened to, what was her name, Nomura, talking about how they're gonna kill Rika on the 22nd of June.
Yes, which makes sense to me because I believe Nomura is an aspect of Takano. Yes, so that all makes sense because Takano plans this.
For now, consider them two different people.
How is this game still this confusing when we're nearing the end?
Do you think it's possible for Takano and the mountain dogs to kill me?
Don't be stupid. That's just impossible. Takano-san's #1 priority is to protect you, and one of a mountain dog's main duties is to watch over you. That's simply unthinkable.
Irie, even so, supposing Takano wanted to kill me, can you think of a motive for her doing so?
No, I can't. She knows better than anybody about the dangers of a queen carrier. Besides, as you're well aware, she's very passionate about our research into the syndrome. And killing you would put an end to that source of her passion.
But, Irie, Hinamizawa syndrome is supposed to be eradicated within 3 years, isn't it? In other words, you're going to destroy the disease. What does Takano think about that?
Also, there's a gaping, I'm gonna say plot hole. It's not a plot hole yet, but it might be if they don't do something about this. Remember how the theory of the late Dr. Hifumi Takano is that all religion and beliefs and all of this are caused by hive minds of these pathogens? Takano, if that is true to this day, then Takano doesn't need Hinamizawa, because there are other pathogens.
Yeah, but that's worldwide. That's harder to study.
Yeah, but you don't need Rika alive. You can kill her, research whatever you can, and if your specimen is expired, you just look for the next one.
That makes it so much harder.
If you go with the idea that all religion is based on that,
Makes it harder.
then at least based on Christianity, I have a good sense how the pathogen for the Catholic Church moves. Because for some reason, over in Rome, they keep electing new popes every time the last one dies.
Well, press A so that we can move on to this conversation.
Oh my god, we're going full JRPG. Takano will kill the Pope.
I thought that's JD Vance's job.
Yeah, that was a weird trip he had there. Tifa!
Oh, sorry.
We're not saying that JD Vance killed the Pope. We're saying that JD Vance met the Pope, and then I think it was the next day the Pope died. Similarly, what was her name? That Prime Minister lady that saw the Queen, and then the Queen died. I forgot her name.
I don't think she's evil.
She was in office for like less than a month or something like this. She goes to meet the Queen to be sworn in as the Prime Minister of the UK, and then next day, Queen is dead. Is that a coincidence? I don't know.
Not as funny as JD Vance.
I wanted to make that joke. Busted. Takano is the Pope. Could be. At this point, honestly, Skinner, with the things I think I'm seeing, it could be.
She's trying to become.
Liz Truss. Thank you, Skinner. Thank you. Yes, Liz Truss. He didn't survive the experience. Well, Hinamizawa syndrome is the target of treatment for me, but for Takano-san it's research material. Actually, she's strongly against the plan to eradicate it within 3 years, and she has even made a trip to Tokyo to request an indefinite extension of the project from the board of directors. She wasn't successful though.
So what you're saying is that Takano wants to continue her research, but Hinamizawa syndrome is going to be eradicated within 3 years. So Takano is going to lose the subject of her research, isn't she?
The letters woman. Oh yeah, true. Wasn't there a thing where somebody either made the joke or left out a letters out in the open to see who would last longer, Liz Truss or the letters, before it just disintegrates? And the letters won.
Shortest serving Prime Minister in the UK
Yet.
for 49 days.
Skinner, we live in the stupidest timeline. Shortest serving Prime Minister in the UK yet. Can always get worse.
I think the Dutch has beaten that.
France has beaten that just the other day. where
Well,
after
for
I
how
think it
long
was
was that?
32 days in office, the guy quit, and now he was put into the same position again. Just yesterday, I think. Look it up. Oh, here we go. Tifa's Googling things in Dutch. Yes, Tifa? Yeah, I see years. Yeah, I heard about it on the radio and voice of June the other day. Yes, I don't know the details, but just the headline. The guy who quit after 32 days, getting the job again, is objectively funny. Like, come on. Like, really? The guy just quit after just a month? Come on. What did you find, Tifa?
I forgot how to Google it in Dutch. It's fine.
Oh, Tifa forgot her Dutch. I'm sorry.
I know, right? It's getting harder.
Aww. Thank you for learning real languages, man. I guess you can say that.
I think I see something here. The Area Institute isn't a small organization. It's being managed by a lot of people and it receives a great deal of funding. That's the only way they can even research the syndrome. So if the Area Institute is planning to put an end to the research within 3 years, there really isn't much Takano can do about it.
She could.
If it's all going to end anyway, then maybe she wants to shake things up.
Henry Harrison was president for 30 days before dying of a bad flu. Ah, that's fucked up though. You know,
But that's not of choice.
Yeah, I think it's like, I didn't know about Henry Harrison. That part is just beyond me. I think that's sad. But when I think of people like Liz Truss and the French dude who quit and then got the job again, that's funny to me because with Liz Truss, I think it was mostly gross incompetence. With a French guy, it's like, I quit, and then Macron goes, nope, do it again. 26 days, less than a month. Thank you, Skinner. Thank you for the fact check.
Sometimes you just don't know what you signed up for. And then there's regret.
Yeah, but then you go, okay, but I can quit, right? And then your boss goes, no. No, you cannot leave. You're here until I say you're done. That's what, it's less than 4 weeks. Oh shit, yeah, it's 28 days. Oh my god. We live in the weirdest timeline. No way. Something like that can't possibly happen.
But you know how she is, right? She would do it. She would kill me if she wanted to, don't you think?
No way. No way. Something as horrible as that is just not possible. And why did you say no way twice?
I feel like I'm starting to see Takano's motive, but it seems like there must be more. After all, the project will continue for at least 3 additional years. It's possible that during those 3 years a request will be approved and their research will get an extension.
Also true.
In other words, the research is guaranteed to continue for a minimum of 3 more years. Given those 3 years, why is she so desperate now? Besides, I'm always killed in June 1983. The date may change a bit, but the month won't. That must be the result of her strong willpower.
That is true.
It would be one thing if their research was being terminated immediately. She still has 3 years, yet she's already getting desperate. Her motive is too weak.
You know what I hate? But I never considered this. That's a very valid point. Why is Takano doing it that night? Is it just because, 5th year curse? That doesn't really make sense. That does make sense, but it's also comparatively a weak argument.
Well, something is being set in motion. She must be possessed of the strong conviction that it has to be June 1983. And after that, no matter how I questioned Irie, he kept repeating that there was no way Takano would kill me, so I didn't see how he could be of any more help. However, if I'm able to explain Takano's motive, then I think he will be my ally.
When in an RPG, like Skyrim or something, you have exhausted all the talk options, so the NPC just goes in a circle, and then you need to talk to another quest NPC, and then they give you a hint, and then you go back to the first one, and then you go, but how about this? And then you go, oh yes, of course, the
we need
gods
to convince
fought.
him, it makes sense. But for now, I think this is all I can do with him. I'm going to talk to Tomitake too. He's a lot closer to Tokyo than Irie is. Maybe he can tell me something he can't. I hope I can learn some important things from him too, enough to convince him that Takano has a strong enough motive to kill me. Tomitake should be visiting Hinamizawa around this time. He spends a lot of time with Takano, but he often takes walks by himself to enjoy photographing birds too.
Tomitake should be visiting around this time. You just saw him yesterday. You know he's here.
You have a good point.
Does this Rika have dementia of some sort?
I think they just forgot. In the writing. I'll try finding him when he's not with Takano and talking to him then. Although Tomitake does have strong feelings towards Takano, I'm worried he won't listen to me as seriously as irritated. Thank you very much.
Why not talk to Tomitake free? Yeah.
It's the twin brother Bromitake.
Free Mitake. There's Tomitake, there's Tumitake, there's free. You get the idea.
I'm going back to the classroom. If you find out something about Takano, please let me know.
Rika-san, why do you think Takano-san is trying to kill you? You haven't developed symptoms, have you?
If you're doubting me, then would you like to run a test right now? I said some terrible things out of the blue, so I don't blame him for becoming suspicious.
Fair, from his point of view.
However, thanks to the rapid diagnostic test Iri had developed at this point, it was easy to prove with a syringe. I just had to submit to the needle to show that I haven't developed terminal symptoms. The results were negative. Of course.
It's just impossible for Takano-san to... Just impossible.
Maybe now Iri believes that there's a possibility that she's trying to kill me.
And now we have made him suspicious and he's gonna go to... What? The trope of causing... By trying to avoid something from happening, but you cause it yourself is widely used.
Let's save him.
Fair. Not only did we finish episode 6 of chapter 8, we also made good progress in episode 7. Why did they start calling them chapters when the game itself is called a chapter?
They started doing that for the past 3 chapters, I think, already.
No, I think we only did the episode thing for the first 3 games, technically. Annoying me very much, actually. I don't know why I did that.
Was it?
Yeah. It's been a while since I've been angry about this.
I know we kept tripping over it when they swapped it around.
Yes.
But I think that was already earlier in the chapters. Okay, I'm guessing we now still need to go through the school day. Then hopefully Akasaka is waiting for her at school so that we can finally have that talk and get things going.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least I hope so. And then we can talk to all of them at once, and then Akasaka can confirm that Rika has predicted all of these things to him already, so that her friends also believe it immediately.
I'm pulling attention. Pulling attention? Paying attention. Speaking is hard. I just quickly double checked in Steam. We have unlocked a new achievement, and now we've got 7 out of 14. So...
we might be halfway there.
No, more than halfway. I assume the last one is again gonna be have a talk with Ryokishi and stuff. So we are getting somewhere. I mean, we don't know how long the individual episodes in each chapter are. I assume they're gonna get a bit longer towards the end. But we are moving ahead. There is, I think, reason to believe that we can beat this before the end of October.
That would be nice. It's gonna be our focus for now.
Yes.
Otherwise, we're just gonna pull it along with us.
I don't want to do that.
No, it is time to wrap it up.
I want a clean break for this year's November. Yes. Also, I was mad about this on Discord, and now I will be mad about this very shortly on stream. I want to talk shit about a company really quick, and the company is... one second. You know, name and blame, basically.
Here it comes.
Rising Star Games and everybody involved with the release of Deadly Premonition: The Director's Cut on PC. Released in 2013, it is a port with additional features from the original Xbox and later PlayStation 3 version, to my understanding. The PC version is a steaming pile of dog shit, and there have been plenty of people all over the internet talking about it in the last 12 years. I will now join their ranks very quickly. It doesn't fucking work. It might work for you. I bought the game ages ago for like 99 cents, so I figured I didn't lose that much, except for that and my time. Because I tried to get it working, I cannot. If you install the game, it might not even launch for you. There's places like the PC Gaming Wiki, which you can Google at your own peril, which has pages and pages of people talking about how to fix it. Steam is full of guides and walkthroughs on how to make it work on more modern PCs. And for some people, it works beautifully. But those people are in a very small minority. The unanimous agreement on the internet is don't buy the PC version because you will not be able to play it. And unfortunately, that includes us. Because I heard about Deadly Premonition. Apparently it's so bad it might be good. Or at least interesting.
We were thinking of playing it, but it doesn't seem worth the risk anymore.
I cannot get it to work.
Yeah, but even if you do get it to work, it's no guarantee it's gonna work the next stream.
It begs the question why it's still up for sale. Exactly.
Asking the good question.
You're
section.
asking the question I was leading to. I understand that computers are very complex. And sometimes there are things that don't work very well for magic reasons and stuff evolves. I get that. But this works for nobody except for like 5 people on the planet. And even they don't know why it works for them. So, fuck you for releasing a game still to this day when you know it's this bad. Still selling this game. If it was free, I wouldn't complain.
But a small group of people can play it.
Yeah, all
for them.
5 of them probably. Maybe 6. Let it be 12, I don't know.
Also, Skinner Ranger, you're too late. The egg has already been hatched.
That is true. Gotta run, grocery delivery, peace out. Skinner, thank you very much and have fun.
Bye!
Good luck with the groceries. Also, hello Ranger. Good evening. Happy day to you. How was your kolache? I think you called them. I think that's how you pronounce them.
Food. Should be quality control even on Steam's
Yes.
part.
If I have one complaint about Steam, is that just like I believe every other platform, this is not a Steam issue, this is an everybody issue, there is no team that plays through the game and goes, okay, yeah, we want to sell this. Do you remember back in the very old days when games came with this thing that said, Nintendo seal of quality?
Oh yeah.
That was always bullshit, that was just marketing. But I want that in real life. That a company only releases games that at least work. At least. We can argue about whether it's fun or entertaining or whatever, but at least they should operate.
I mean, yeah, you can refund it, but still, it should
Yes, that is very good.
not be that shitty from the beginning.
Yes. Thankfully, with a game like Deadly Premonition, you will know in the first 2 hours if you want to refund it. I bought it ages ago for, like I said, 99 cents in a bundle or something, so my time to refund it is over. I will own it forever. I mean, I could delete it, but I'm not going to go for that trouble. But yes, I think every platform nowadays has like a refund grace period, and I hate it when a game starts going to shit deeper into the game. That's what pisses me off.
It just needs a remake.
Deadly Premonition doesn't deserve one, but it needs a proper remake to not make it be spaghetti code that doesn't freaking work. Yes.
Who knows?
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes. It's been 12 years since the PC release. Where's the remake of that? Somebody call Sony before they remake the remake of the remaster of Horizon Zero Dawn.
Well, good thing we also have other games lined up.
Yes, we do. If you have to return it due to structural issues, they shouldn't be selling it. Yes. Again, that's the biggest point. Don't make shit just because you can get away with it.
If the majority has those issues, yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least a warning, so that you know.
Yeah. Like, hey, this seems to be wonky for some reason. One last thing, super quick. Tifa is... I can feel her wanting to go to bed.
Well, yeah, of course.
One of the pieces of advice I found on the internet on how to fix Deadly Premonition, the director's cut, PC version, is to go to the game files and then set the compatibility mode to Windows 98. The game was released in 2013. It runs better for some people if you pretend it's a computer from 1998. How? How?
It's such a big leap.
How? Who thought of... Kudos to whoever first tried this and made it work. I don't know enough about Windows and computers to explain to you or to begin to grasp how somebody would try this. But why would I go, this game was released in 2013. Let's pretend the computer is 15 years old at this point, operating software-wise. What do you think you're looking into after Higurashi ends?
That's a good idea.
Anything but a visual novel. That's all I know right now.
An actual game, yeah. We've discussed what we want to play during November, but not like...
I will stick
after.
To my previous description. Less text, more buttons. Something short. Define short.
Something less story heavy.
Yes.
Probably still games with some story in it. I mean...
Yes. Something short, so Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah, we have some recommendations, we have some plans.
Yeah, that's true as well.
I kind of miss Pokemon again.
Pokemon wasn't one of the recommendations.
No, but I said I kind of miss Pokemon again. Applying maybe a Pokemon run as well. Like we can go back to 2 streams a week as well. Or 2 games a week as well.
I would like to do that.
Like we're now doing Higurashi every day to get it over with. Because otherwise we're not going to finish this year.
Yes.
If we keep breaking it up.
To get it over with sounds bad. To get it over, to finish it in our lifetimes.
I like how you were repeating me for a second. To get it over with sounds bad. We want to get it over with.
Yes. In this world. We don't want you all to have to rely on maybe being able to revisit this in a different world where we do finish it. No. It has been a fun time. But even fun times should come to an end at some point. And thus is also the case for Higurashi. Yes.
It is time.
So join us after Higurashi is done, when we will give you the special charades version of Umineko. Where instead of reading it ourselves, because why wouldn't we will only charade each individual word to each other. And when we have pieced together all the text on the screen, then we advance to the next speech bubble. It will take decades. That's a bad idea. Don't do it. Work tomorrow. Yes.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Tifa, slap the desk. Doesn't count, wasn't both hands. Better. Now press the button. Thank you everybody for getting to what appears to be the halfway point of Higurashi Chapter 8. We'll continue next week. See you then. Love you. Bye.
Thank you.